So let's see if anyone shows up. Hello, if anybody shows up. This is apparently a continuation of a live stream that was a continuation of a live stream. So there's lots of baggage going on. And I'm just going to sit here and rock back and forth until someone shows up. Hopefully, someone will show up, or a someone or two show up. I can right from the way, right from the outset here, copy a link. And let's see. Oh, hello, Mike. Do that and put that there. And if a couple people that said they were going to show up don't show up, I shall wave my fist in anger. And just sit here and continue rocking back and forth. Oh, Kimba, you're here. Why weren't you at Doc's? We were all talking about you, going, Kimba's not here. And here you are. Hello, Tom. How are you? Once again, I posted a link if anybody wants to come up, because I don't want to, sit here and rock. Last stream I did, L7 came and saved me. This stream, we'll see. Again, I had requests, so let's see if anybody. I know I just dropped it, but I'm gonna drop the link again. This isn't about anything. This is about, hey, let's continue. Yeah, Kimba, Doc was live. It started out over at Psycho Platters, which I missed, and then I caught half of Doc's stream, or a little more maybe, and now it's continuing here. If anybody, oh, I'm getting somebody. Woohoo! Yes.
What's going on, man?
What's up? I've been saved. I've been saved. I don't know what's going on since 5 minutes ago.
Oh man,
Get married, have any kids, anything like that?
You can't believe what's changed in the last 5 minutes.
Really?
This year is crazy.
Did you see who's here, Beans?
No, I haven't seen who's here.
Kimba's here.
Oh,
and I asked her why she wasn't a doc. Yeah. She was talking to her mom apparently and didn't know about it.
No. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what's been going on in the life of Beans? How's your foot? Or don't you want to even,
It's I guess it's okay. It's been like 3.5 weeks now. Like it's it feels pretty good.
That's good.
I was supposed to go to a doctor about it, but like I haven't, and like it's I mean, it feels great. Like I can walk on it like fine. I'm fine. Yeah. Like yeah. It's not like I'm gonna run. I'm not
I
going
got
to run anytime soon, you know?
well, I can't run anymore either, but I've got a bad hip and a bad knee, and yeah, the storm missed me, Mike. I got lucky. I mean, I still have like a few inches from the one we got, a few weeks before, but no, the storm missed me, which is no, Kimbo Beans has trench mouth. No, I'm just kidding.
I have trench foot and trench mouth.
Beans broke his foot or something akin to
Yeah,
that.
broke my ankle. Ankle, yeah.
Oh,
Broke
was
my
it
ankle.
your ankle? I just saw your
Yeah.
foot look bad.
Yeah. Well, that was the result of a broken ankle, I guess.
Wow. Well, huh. So I thought Robert was gonna join us. I was hoping he was in a right good mood.
He was very jolly.
Yes, he was. He was very, very jolly. So anyway, oh, it's not Robert, but it's just as good, or I won't say it. I'll just say just as good, ladies and gentlemen.
I was
There's
gonna watch
Mr.
him.
Hanyadi.
I was gonna watch a movie too, but
You can watch. Are you gonna watch a movie with Joe? You're gonna watch the same movie? That's not the same movie Joe's been trying to watch for like 3 months, is it? Did he
what, that
finally
Cult of
watch
the
whatever
Cobra
movie
or
that
something. Uh, my wife had some pudding for me, but I'm here with you guys instead.
was? Wow. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm kidding.
No, Tom, how was the opera the other night?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was great.
Really?
Yeah. I had never seen Carmen before, but know it. But it was great to see a production of it, and we're gonna go see a Mozart and opera in April for my birthday, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So,
Wow. Highfalutin.
yes.
Highfalutin.
Okay.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
we're back.
I've only ever seen one opera, and
Okay.
I thought I would hate it, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, cool. Glad to hear that.
Yep. Long time ago now.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch this, but
Well, that's a good film.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
But I'll wait now. We had a good time, man. We had some good laughs tonight. See if we can continue the laughs.
Somebody be funny. That's the secret. That's
the secret.
A lot of people don't know.
Let's see if we can keep the yucks going.
Yeah, I guess we got to get Adam back here.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, no. Something's wrong with that boy. Man.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. We have another guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, my brothers.
Hey. What's up, Mr. Steve?
Any news on the next installment of the Olivia Newton-John reissue campaign?
No, I'm really surprised that I haven't heard anything. I forgot to tell you this, Tom, about a year and a half ago. My buddy Ronnie Barnett works at a store in L.A. I forgot the name of it, but it was probably 2 years ago. He actually posted on Facebook, "Hey, anybody want Anybody want this Japanese Olivia Newton-John box set?
Box set. Yeah. I remember you told me about that. Yeah. And you
Yeah,
were
and
on it.
and it was all of her albums, and he was going to sell it for $100, and I jumped on it right away. But Darian, from Brian Wilson's band, beat me to it, and Ronnie's a better fan of Darian anyway. So, and plus it's Darian. He's just a great guy. Period. But yeah, it's like that's the only time I wanted to splurge on that. I didn't want to get physical. I'm not. Well, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I didn't want to get.
Yes, I know, right?
I didn't want to get the. I didn't want to get the. I didn't want to get the physical album, or remaster or whatever, because I'm not a big fan. That's kind of when I tuned out. I was more in like, I want to get like,
Totally Hot.
No.
Xanadu.
No, before that, like the '70s stuff, like
Don't Stop Believing.
Well,
Yeah,
I honestly love you. Come on over.
yeah. Plus the album that had the album that had Something Better to Do, and Crying, Laughing, Loving, Lying. In fact, I heard Crying, Laughing, Loving, Lying by Olivia Newton-John. Loved it. Found out it was written by a guy named Labi Siffre. So I started collecting his records. He's the guy that actually wrote "It Must Be Love" that Madness covered a few years later. So, in fact, I bought a Labi Siffre box set. So all my Labi Siffre CDs I sent to Matthew Street. He hasn't responded to them, whether he likes them or not. But I told him, well, if you don't like them, there's somebody out there who will. Except Beans. Don't send anything to Beans.
Well, you know what? I think the rumor should have been a bigger hit than it was. Like, totally. Like,
see, as you know, with every artist, people just say, you know what? We're done. And then they move on to the next thing. And it's weird because, as you guys know, I mean, this can happen in film. It can happen in any type of art where just somebody is really popular. I'm not saying like overly popular, like the market is saturated, but somebody's just really popular, and just on one release, bingo, everybody loses interest, and they can never regain that traction again.
Yeah.
And I think it happened with Olivia and a lot of artists.
I think Xanadu hurt Olivia's career.
Well,
it's not a good movie.
It didn't hurt her. It didn't hurt her career musically, because we all know that Physical came after that, and it was the biggest thing since Sliced Bread at the time.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of people, like in terms of Olivia, I think it's really where there was a line, between the Olivia that the 70s people liked. I think that the Olivia of Physical and the Olivia of Totally Hot, I think that's almost a different Olivia crowd.
Right.
Those are that's like all these new kids who are into disco or new wave or 80s or excuse me. And then everyone else sort of stops at a certain point. That's kind of where I am. Not that I don't like those albums. It's just that, I don't need to own them, But boy, she's beautiful. I think that her reconstructive surgery or her plastic surgery, now she looks like Cameron Diaz's mom.
Maybe. Well,
which is interesting.
The weed is working, so she's smoking tons of weed these days. And
good.
It's keeping the tumor at bay.
Good.
And plus, I have a bet with my cousin, but I'm not going to say what it is here. So.
On a what was it? The Death List or whatever?
No, yeah, on our Deadpool.
Yeah. Deadpool. That's it.
Yeah.
But I think Soul Kiss should have been like a top 10 hit. Like.
Yeah, but it was just too far removed from the.
Yeah, it was too far from the whole from
the momentum she had from Physical into the second greatest hits, and then with the next bad movie she made with Travolta, but
Two of a Kind.
Two of a kind, but the Twist of Fate was, I mean, a top 10 hit, you know. So
Yeah.
so she did have some momentum.
Yeah,
After-
I thought
think MTV and New Wave just probably did more than anything.
I think Sam was a great song. Remember, you know the song Sam?
Oh, yeah, Sam, right.
Well, yeah, I know Tom would know. That I thought was a great song. In fact, I think that ended up on the Greatest Hits 2, maybe?
That it might be. Either way, I mean, she had a big top 10 hit on the on part 2 on the Greatest Hits 2. What was it, Heart Attack?
Heart Attack. I thought that was from
Attack,
Totally Hot.
No, that was
that was way after that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, like I said, I sort of lost track. Did you know that? Speaking of Olivia Newton-John, you know, and again, I'm not a super duper huge fan, but you know, I'll buy all the remasters. But I just read on the net that it's either Netflix, no, it's Paramount Plus is coming out with a mini series or a series on their channel called Grease: Revenge of the Pink Ladies or something like that, and it's like an updated Grease, which is kind of you know, I mean, look, no, they tried to do that with Grease 2.
Right, it didn't work.
Yeah, but I think that was the first big role for Michelle Pfeiffer. Was
that after, before, or after Scarface?
I thought that was before, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I know Scarface was the breakout role, but but yeah, Grease 2, boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
I'm not even a fan of Grease 1. I mean, I love You're the One That I Want. And look, this is just Hollywood. Oh God, I gotta go.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's actually my favorite Olivia. Oh, see, that's a Clearly Love. That's the album that I was talking about. Robert, does that have Laughing or Living, Laughing, Loving, Lying on it?
I think it does. Let's see. Crying, Laughing, Loving, Living.
Yeah, yes. I love that song. And of course, Have You Never Been Mellow is my favorite Olivia song, period.
it's great. Yeah.
There's a great version. There's this Australian artist. His name is James Rain. And I think I may have sent it to you a long time ago, Tom.
Yeah,
look at that.
one too, yeah.
Hello.
A Little More Love. That was the big hit from Totally Hot.
Oh, okay. See, that's a great song. A little more. Yeah. A little more love, make it right. You realize that we're probably coming off as total nerds talking about Olivia Newton-John.
Clearly. That's why I'm trying to say too
I
much.
borrowed these from somebody. They're not really mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But hey, this is it.
Friend.
Hey, this is the only this is the only channel where we can talk about Buzzcocks, Olivia Newton-John, and Adamant or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Scripts.
and to me, it's all the same. It's just all stuff I love.
Yeah, she did co-write a few songs, but none of them were the big hits.
Well, John Farrar. Oh yeah, there's Barnaby Bye. I have both the Barnaby Bye albums.
Yeah.
Well, then I have to. Then if you're going to do that,
Well, he produced her side of Xanadu
Yeah, John Farrar.
on the album. Yeah.
Can't do that. No.
Yeah, I have those Barnaby Byes on CD. I think John Farrar, but was he the low voice guy too? Because he was involved. Yeah. Oh, I used to play. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm not making fun of you.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
I'm not making fun of her, but her version of Summertime Blues is laughable. Your cat used the car because you didn't work late.
I haven't heard it.
There's times where you kind of block the bad songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is for Kimber or anyone else who may have missed all the
Kimber.
Kimber.
Oh yeah. Kimber.
National Hat Night.
That's my drunken Long Island accent coming out.
Yeah. I don't own a hat.
I don't either.
I own a beanie. Yeah, I own a hoodie and I own a beanie too. In fact, Gem Records sent me a beanie for Christmas. They sent it out to all the quote unquote journalists or whatever that they deal with. And the beanie had speakers in it.
Oh.
So you pull the beanie down over your ears and then it's Bluetooth. Yeah.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I got one of those. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's exactly that. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Everybody that's ever done that owes me money. I made that in about 1980. I called it walk muffs. I took a pair of ear muffs because it was really cold in Buffalo and I had to walk a lot and I wanted music. I took the earphones apart and I stuck them in my ear muffs and I made walk muffs and I invented that. And
hey, wait, what are you
that's
calling a
owes
wop?
me money.
Yeah. By the way, how come you passed that pudding?
It was not that kind of pudding.
Oh, okay.
The kind you put in the fridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the only kind I used to get. My pudding was always cold.
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Good times.
I thought Doc's chat was zany.
You still up and ready to go there, huh, Robert? You gonna call in sick tomorrow or what? An all-nighter?
No, I'm good.
All-nighter? Okay.
I'm actually on my work computer right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't be bothered getting my laptop out, so.
Yeah. I tell you, I got that since I've been wearing that seat.
My office thinks I'm working. At 35.
Yeah, you're logged in, so let's pay him for this.
Yeah, Rob, that's a diligent little guy.
Yeah, I loved when somebody said, "Where'd you get the Oswald hat?" And then Bean says, "Got it at the grassy knoll," and it passed by everybody. And I just thought that was so friggin' funny. And
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's a good comment.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Yeah, I speaking of the grassy knoll, I actually went there a couple years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. And for, all growing up, I believed in the Kennedy conspiracy or, the assassination conspiracy. Because it just, and this is before the internet. Because basically the internet would have revealed everything in time. We would have known if there was really a Bigfoot. We would have known if there was really, whatever. But when you stand there in the grassy knoll, you realize that there was just no possible way that there could have been shooters in that area without being caught, because it's literally it's a lot smaller than you ever expect. Because, in the pictures on TV and stuff like that, it just, in your mind, it just seems so big. But it's literally, from one end of the grassy knoll to the other, it takes maybe a minute and a half to walk. It's not, so if anybody was there, you would have definitely heard it if they were just on the other side of the fence or seen them. And that's what kind of solidified it for me. But, I mean, it's still fun to think of that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not fun to think of somebody dying, but it's fun to come up with all these different, scenarios for assassination. But I don't believe it anymore. I think that Beans was the lone gunman.
Yeah. I don't remember. I'll check it out. The film was recorded between 72 and 74. So if they were the backing band for Leon Russell in those years, then yeah, probably they're in that film. But I got to go back and double check. 'Cause I've only watched it the one time and I don't remember. But he's talking about a film in a Criterion Collection called "A Poem Is a Naked Person," which was a concert film by Leon Russell that was put on the shelves for a long time and recently just got a release.
Leon's another underrated artist.
Here's
underappreciated, I should say.
Yeah.
Like I understood. I grew up, I mean, we all grew up and we heard Leon on some records that we didn't even know he was on.
It was him, right? Exactly.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then I knew him as the guy that sang funny. I'm up on a child, you know, you know, I still don't know if that song is in English, but in like February 1978, in fact, I just made a video talking about this, not specifically about Leon Russell, but by 77 or whatever, I was a big Queen fan. And, you know, from like 75, 76, 77. And then they were talking about this late night, this is pre-MTV, this late night Friday night show that was going to feature the new Queen video, which at that time I think would have been either Bicycle Race or Fat Bottom Girls. And so it was, you know, from the forthcoming album. And so I stayed up to watch the show because I wanted to watch the video. And they played it smart because what they did, they almost put it like a concert where they featured all these little known artists before, and then they came out with, and then they played like 3 or 4 of the hit Queen videos, and then, you know, whatever the new one was.
Right.
But that's when I was introduced to Kate Bush with Wuthering Heights, The Clash, and The Jam. And The Jam literally is the band that changed my course of music, or the way I listen to music. But the way this all ties together is it was hosted by Leon Russell. You know, he'd sit there with his long white hair, you know, sitting there at the piano. This next band is they've taken, you know, England by storm or whatever. And you can no, yeah, I'm up all town. That's kind of the Cher school of singing, you know. Time, if I could, you know, we all say time. She says, if I could turn back time. It's like, no, time is like one syllable. Time, not town. But that's the Cher school of singing. Hootie did that too. Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm going to best I can. It's like, where the hell do all those extra vowels come in? It's just like, I had some spare vowels, you know, that I didn't use earlier in the song, so I'm going to use them now. Yeah. What are you eating? Beans? Are you eating beans?
I'm eating cheese sticks.
Okay. But yeah, you know, it's so funny. We can talk music all night, yet everyone's just sitting there going.
Well, I was gonna make a cheese sandwich too before I came out here, but
Go ahead, man. Come on.
Go, man.
Yeah, go.
Hey, I had a little chicken, believe it or not, between Fox Chat and this.
This is free form. Come on.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll even keep your place open if you want to go get some.
oh, you're too kind. All right. Oh,
Yeah, I was just gonna say I would take off and go get some pudding. Yeah, you know. Okay, I have to admit this. I totally have to admit this. I thought
Actually, he did.
he's going to get some. I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't paying attention when I wasn't looking at the screen. I was doing work. And then I thought he said he passed on poon. Right? And then I go, what the hell? So I went back to the screen, and then somebody had written pudding. And I go, oh my God.
I'll be back.
We got him riled up.
Oh man.
But yeah, I got a few things in today. I'll show you. Fronte and Tyker, Blast Off, one of their loungy albums.
Big.
Hey, speaking of which, Tim, Jim LaSpace sent this to me.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah. You know, it's for Ski Lodge. And then I got like Serendipity Singers. I got another unknown 60s band, The Hard Times, you know, Sunshine Poppy type stuff. Let's see if there's anything else. I mentioned Robin Ward already.
You're looking for it. Do you like the Remains?
I do like the Remains. In fact, I have the Remains CD and the Bury in the Remains CD. They're a little bit more garagey than I'll put on the show. And that's the thing. Usually, if it's make me small. Thank you.
I just figured it out. Too late.
Yeah, yeah. I really like the Remains and Burying the Remains. Depends. Whatever you want to call them. But it's just too garagey. Just like some of the stuff on the McCoy CD. If it gets garagey or bluesy, then it doesn't make Ski Lodge. But it makes my own personal playlist.
Okay. Right.
But Ski Lodge just cannot be rock. Oh shit, he's back.
I love the Remains. Their version of Diddy Wah Diddy, I think, is the best one. It's better than. Is it Captain Beefheart did it first? I think, but it's better. It's better than Bo Diddley's. It's just great.
I was gonna say, like, I would love if like a Steve could put like a Sure Enough and Yes I Do from Captain Beefheart.
Oh,
like that's Lord. Not a ski. Like that's not a ski thing. No.
Yeah. It's really funny. I still have people. I mean, most of the people that show up actually kind of get the idea of what it is, where the type of music it is. But there are still people that, hey, that's not a cheese stick. That's a burger.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, and that's pudding. Oh, look at Tom froze with pudding. But people will still say, oh, what about the Style Council? It's like, no, Style Council's from the 80s. It has nothing to do with 1960 to 74, spanning that time. And I'll still get people, and they'll throw out, well, what about 13th Floor Elevators? It's like, does it sound like 13th Floor Elevators would fit in this?
How about late 70s, Helen Schneider?
No, I wouldn't put Helen Schneider on because that's later 70s, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to play Andy Williams, 13th Floor Elevators, and then Ray Conniff. That'll be a good set.
Yeah. Now, Helen Schneider, was she? I keep getting her confused. Was she also in Eddie and the Cruisers? There was a singer who had a couple albums out who was an actress in that movie.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'll look it up.
But I think it might be like Maria Schneider or something. I thought it was Helen Schneider. She played like the main female role in the movie.
Coming down, nothing is real.
Yeah, I saw the movie.
Dockside coming down.
I didn't like it, and I've never seen it again.
She'll never know just how
I feel.
I do have a promo 45 of that, though, and there's no mention of John Caffrey and the Beaver Brown Band anywhere on it. It is a 45 by Eddie and the Cruisers.
Yeah.
Eddie and the Cruisers was the best and worst thing that ever happened to John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It simultaneously made and ruined their career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Helen Schneider.
Helen Schneider, okay. Yeah. In fact, she's like the main female in that movie. She plays Eddie's girlfriend and band member.
Right.
So, but she doesn't have like a
Don Rickles together.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, Don Rickles, what a legend!
That was one of the films that was on HBO every other 2 hours. It was on, every 4 hours. It was on HBO at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can sit here and make fun of pudding. No, we can sit here and make fun of John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown pudding, but ultimately, the guy probably made millions.
Yeah.
And
my wife's got some good pudding.
I'm not going to ask pudding, to get some pudding from your wife. That's just not right.
I agree.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
No. I don't think
she makes me some good pudding. I'll tell you.
Pudding with just anybody.
No, that's all my pudding.
Yeah,
that's all my pudding.
Hello, but Stella Starlight. Wink, wink.
And still enjoys it after all these years.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about good pudding.
It's always good.
It's always good.
Ask Dolan.
Yeah, because he knows about good pudding.
I'm trying to get that mental image out of my head.
Did he do a taste testing on pudding I missed?
Yeah. He ate half of it before he did the first reaction video.
his mouth is covered in brown, and he's like, "I'm going to test this pudding for the first time."
I started thinking about something else when you said his mouth was brown. Sorry. I'm not making fun of Richard or whatever. That was just a funny little thing. But is anybody? Is there anything that's coming out that you guys are looking forward to? I mean, in the near horizon, not something way in the distance, but something that should be here in the next week or two, 3 maybe.
There's so much I want, but I'm not buying anything at the moment. So
just McCartney.
I can't think of anything offhand that I really want.
Tom, you don't know anything about McCartney. You just sponge all your information off of
Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
By the way, Steven, fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good collection, isn't it?
Fantastic, and I love the magazine too. I loved every article in it, and cover to cover, and fantastic CD.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with the CD, but I love all that music.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say, Beans?
So, just for the recommendation.
I'm
awesome.
looking forward to the Ian Matthews box set.
Yeah, which I just sent you the information on. There's something actually. Well, first off, there was that Beau Brummels box set that came out. It's like 6 or 8 CDs or whatever, and I ordered it.
Sorry.
I had ordered it, or the Beau Brummel Stones. I had ordered it, and the company I worked for ran out of it right away, so I just ordered it overseas. It was only like another $5, and after 2 months, I finally, because I'm not a very patient guy, but it's like I know COVID and all this kind of stuff. And I realized, everything I ordered before and after has come except that. So I emailed the company. They said, "Oh, according to our records, we never shipped it." And it's already like out of print. I mean, it's not, it'll be repressed. There will be a second pressing, but the initial run, it all sold out. So now I have no idea if they have stock on it. I'll find out the next day or two. But there is something that I'm can't wait to get in. There's a band called China Crisis, which is from the 80s, Liverpool. And they have a 3 CD set of one of their albums coming. And on the second disc, it has a version of a song.
Love your cat, Beans.
Oh, yeah, I love. Oh, hi, kitty, kitty. Hi, kitty, kitty. It has a version of a song produced by Andy Partridge from XTC, which I didn't even know it existed until this thing was coming out. So that's, kind of like when two worlds collide. Back then,
Yeah, really.
I love XTC and of course, China Crisis. So, but for anybody who's into anything Andy Partridge does, that should be hitting the U.S. shores by the end of this week, I think. So,
good night, Mike.
Good night,
everybody
Mike.
hear it. I can't believe it. Tom had, I was going to make another pee joke about the cat, but I decided not to.
I was thinking of saying something too.
Yeah. I stopped myself mid-sentence going, oh, crap. I think I'll wait. Well, I've overstayed my welcome.
That was Paul McCartney.
I know that I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I noticed that Dusty was streaming.
Oh, was
I did. Yeah.
I didn't even know. I just
when you guys started. Yeah,
I think he's streaming now. Yeah.
Well, he's probably pissed at me because I usually go over there, but
no, over there.
I'd much rather do this. No offense to Dusty, but this is just way better.
Yeah, but over there, he had Lisa and Paulina and AGK, and like I said, there's some prime real estate there. But
yeah, I wondered why Paulina didn't come up.
Yeah,
What was that,
I
Tim?
wondered why Paulina didn't come up here. Now I
Oh,
know.
okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ruby
Lisa was in here for a minute.
Ruby Lisa's here.
But maybe she's still here. She was in under another name before, but she's here
Ruby
under
has
her name now.
arrived.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the one. There's
trying
the
to
one
get a-
person taking up precious real estate who doesn't engage. I don't want to name names.
Yeah. No, I know.
I don't want to name names, but it rhymes with Rusty.
No, you can hang. You
No,
can
not
hang over there, Paulina. That's fine. You're over there. Stay over there. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm not. I'm
needs
not
you?
one of these people like, oh, why is it somebody in my? I don't. Whoever wants to come up, whoever wants to be in the chat, fine. You don't, fine. I don't care.
Well, heck, Tim and Beans hung out with Joe Mayo for almost an entire Ski Lodge episode. Fuckers.
Yeah,
Tom-
I remember that day.
Yeah, oh, I remember it too, man. It's still tattooed in my
Yeah.
brain, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
the only
it's
time
hard
I've
to
ever
get
been
away.
really upset
Come on,
with him.
man.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just glad that anybody shows up, to be perfectly honest. I don't sit here and go, I expect Robert and I expect Tom not to show up. That's for certain. But I'm grateful. I don't expect anything from anybody. And I'm just grateful that somebody gives time and hangs out and shares their knowledge. I mean, shit, you play one song and it's like, I think, oh yeah, that's a cool song, whatever. Then Beans and Tim and Brinley come up with 17 facts about that artist. And
Right.
it's just amazing. I mean, that's what I love about it.
Trying to get a sense of what's coming out this year, music-wise.
I'm fairly new to your channel, Stephen, but I'm always there on Tuesdays now.
It's the friggin' best channel on YouTube named Stephen Schnee.
Absolutely.
I think you can drop the last part, and I'm serious. You're my favorite channel, Stephen.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be honest. Maybe Tecmone is my favorite, but you'd be number 2 if you're not number 1. It's really, really close.
Don't worry, a lot of people out there think I'm number 2.
Really,
So.
Tecmone?
I love Tecmone, man.
I love Tecmone too, but it has nothing. It's got nothing on Ski Lodge.
And Stephen's sister Kristen now has a channel, so please.
Yes.
Watch.
Yes. Yeah.
Is it? Have to come on, man.
I thought it was
25 storefront.
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely charming
as well.
Robert.
Yes.
Robert, my sister just started her channel and has nothing to do with mine. You probably can't even tell she's my sister. And she's just a friggin' natural.
Yeah.
She's never done that before.
Commented about that. Like something about, I wish I had your personality or charm or something. Yeah, I remember seeing your comment.
Yeah, my mom or our mom would love what she's doing. My mom would probably not care to watch what I'm doing.
Yeah.
She'd probably go, "Nice, Stephen."
I was watching it, and she pulled out those 3 pots, and she bought 3 of them. And I was like, I've never seen that in my Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I know.
What the heck? How come your Dollar Tree store has all these nice things and the soil and
yeah? She was.
gnomes?
She even mentioned that those pot things that she saw everybody had them, but she was never able to find them. And then there they were.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I thought they looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
your
thought so
Dollar
too.
Tree has pot? Wow.
She's gonna put herbs in it.
Yeah. Yeah, little Debbie's pot brownies.
I'd be up. No, never mind.
So is Dusty still streaming, Paulina?
Hello.
Yeah, he's still up there with Lisa and Anthony.
Yeah, okay.
I feel so sorry for him.
Welcome to Tim's.
No,
Well-
I love Dusty, but I can't take Lisa or Anthony.
No.
I
Especially,
Really can't take them.
I can take somebody sitting there doing nothing more than I could take somebody constantly interrupting.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't even know who these. Well, other than Lisa, I don't know who these people are.
But yeah.
Thank
they're
you,
good.
Walrus. I wrote it down, and I will check out Molly Tuttle soon.
Molly Tuttle. It sounds like a brand of like pecan, chocolate covered pecan candy or something.
That's what I was just thinking. Exactly.
Molly Tuttle kind of sounds like Molly Hatchet. Like it's like a southern rock band in the mid 70s.
Yeah, Molly Tuttle sounds like Molly Hatchet when you're really drunk. So Molly, it's like, what was it, Molly what? So.
I feel
I'm
better
just
now.
looking at how many people are in the stream, and I'm like, wow, there's only 6 people watching. And then I realized all my regular viewers are up here.
Jokes on you.
That's why.
It's the 5 of us and Kimbo.
Yeah, well, everyone else is over watching Dusty.
Well, yeah,
No, I love when I'm working and listening to all you guys chat. Whether it's Paulina, Lisa, Tim, Beans, Dusty, the usual gang. And there's been a couple times I wanted to jump on, but you can't because, like I said, there's somebody up there who's not talking, who's occupying prime real estate.
That makes me mad when it's a full house and he's doing that. If it's not a full house, I don't care. But if it's a full house, you shouldn't do that. There's a certain guy whose initials might be MM that does the same thing.
And he'll sit there for about half an hour, and then he'll finally interrupt somebody with some like.
I hate when you have somebody up there like doesn't say a word for like an hour. It's like an hour goes by and they just sit there and it's like.
It looks like Paulina's watching TV. Are you watching TV, Paulina? You're like staring off like either that or she's going, oh God, why did I leave Dusty's stream?
No, well, my computer is hooked up to my TV, so my
okay.
like right here, but my TV
okay.
right.
She wanted to see this.
So when I'm looking up here, it doesn't mean I'm like, oh.
Okay, I think
make it worthwhile.
I think what she wanted to see was the first King Bees album on CD. That's what she was looking for.
That's it.
But here's my little Fiore in this group.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Probably morbid.
No, Robert, did you not hear this story?
Yes, I heard earlier.
Yeah. She's on those records more than David than any of the other Partridge families are.
Yes.
So that does count.
There you go.
No,
So
I saw it. I pulled away my record and I saw yours. I was like, oh, Robin Ward, like.
Well,
good.
that's like last night.
Choice.
We were doing it on Dusty's stream, and after we're done, like 5 minutes later, Lisa holds up an XTC album, and I'm like, you should have held that up while we were doing that because that's got Andy Partridge on it.
That's
Come
awesome.
on.
How do these albums?
There you go. See,
Exactly.
That's a Partridge Family album.
XTC.
I'll tell you, I was a huge fan. I got into XTC in '79 with Drums and Wires. Absolutely loved the hell out of that record. Then I went backwards and I bought White Music and I can't even remember the name of the other one. And then I bought Black Sea when that came out. I saw XTC on that tour.
Oh wow!
At the Hollywood Palladium, Walla Voodoo and Hazel O'Connor opened up for them. And then I loved English Settlement, which was my favorite XTC album. And then my interest dropped after that. I didn't think that wow. Yeah, that's cool. In fact, by the time Oranges and Lemons came out, I was like, whatever. Even though that tends to be a lot of people's favorite.
Oh, my favorite album of the '80s, and it's not even close, is Skylarking.
Yeah, see, I love Skylarking, but
favorite album of the '80s.
Now, do you like the version with or without Dear God?
I prefer it with Dear God, but I mean, I like it so much. I have an original without Dear God. I have the one with Dear God, and I have the new one that has both tracks.
And do you have the new one that is completely remixed?
I don't know the answer to that. I never.
Okay, do you have the version with the bush on it? I'm sorry to put it bluntly like that, but do you have that version?
It's a family show.
I honestly don't know. And I don't
Family
know
show.
Okay, the reason I'm saying that
is
the reason I'm saying that is originally when the band wanted to release the album, they had female genitalia, hairy female genitalia with like flowers or something down there.
Yeah.
And of course that got banned immediately. No, you're not releasing this.
Yeah.
But there was a version of the album. They realized that like some like when they did the final master, the final mix, like some of the wires were switched. So it didn't sound like the way it should have. So they fixed it and they remastered it completely so it sounds completely different, and they put the bush on the front. So you'll know, yeah.
I bought it a couple of years ago. I might. Oh. And you're off.
Yeah, they did that issue with the bush when Steve Wilson was doing all the remixes, everything.
Yeah.
I've been meaning
it reminds me of
to hear how he did with those remixes.
Yeah, I don't have a 5.1. I don't have the bush cover, but I have the cover, the regular. I have to get the bush cover. Just, pudding.
Is that the only version that has both songs?
I could use some more pudding.
What was that? What was that, Tim?
Is that the only version that has both songs on it, or was there a new version with both before that?
I have to admit to you, there's probably right now, if you've got 3 versions of Skylarking, there's probably 4 others out there you need. There's the regular version where they fixed the polarization problem. Then there's the Steven Wilson remix of the regular or of the release version, and then I think there's a Steven Wilson remix of the one where they fixed the polarization.
I don't know what version I have. I don't think it said remix on it or anything, so it's probably not.
Probably.
Wilson, that name's. Did you say Steve Wilson?
Steven Wilson, yes.
Is your issue on the Geffen label, Kim?
I don't know, and I've got a pile of records in front of
We're
where
confusing
it
him.
will be put away, so I can't really get.
Oh, but I'm referring to CDs.
Oh, so yeah, but the album would be the same, I would think.
They have released it on vinyl, but you're not going to get 5.1 on the vinyl unless you buy 5.1 copies and play them all at the same time. You know that there was a Flaming Lips album from like 20 years ago or something, where if you bought like all 4 copies or maybe even 6 or 8 copies, and you played them all at the same time on different stereos, it gave you this like weird effect around the house. So my brother actually had some roommates back during that time, and they did that, and they played it, and they said it sounded kind of freaky because it was through their house. It wasn't all in the front room. So you'd go in one room and you'd hear like the bass, and you go in another room and you hear the clavinet and drums, and so it was pretty odd. I like the idea. Anyway, I'm taking up prime real estate. I'm sure there's some people in the audience that
really Mason.
I was going to ask if you're familiar with this album.
Yes, in fact, the drummer of Madness was in Voice of the Beehive, Daniel Woody Woodgate. And yes, I enjoy both of the Voice of the Beehive albums.
Woody Woodgate. There's a name
both?
for you.
They have more than 2.
What was that?
This one is Honey Lingers, and they wanted to name it something else, but we're not allowed to.
Oh, okay. Well, the first 2 are the ones that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Because I don't think that Woody was on anything else, because I think he went back to Madness.
I think you're right, and then they came out. The first 2 are the better ones anyway.
Yeah.
Let It Be and Honey Lingers.
Yeah. Have they done like expanded editions of those? You think that they would, because at least the first album.
I wish they would.
Because I know like bands like around that time, like let's say for example, the Wonder Stuff, they've gotten the expanded edition type things. Add 4 tracks on it or make it a 2 CD set or whatever. I thought that they would have done it for them, for Voice of the Beehive, Shakespeare's Sister, but maybe they just don't see the money in that. Maybe they just want to invest in more of Beans cheese sticks.
You would not be wrong.
Delicious. This is actually one of my favorite albums of the 80s.
Oh, is it?
Possibly my very favorite is ABC's, The Lexicon of Love.
Fantastic. Did you ever hear Lexicon of Love 2?
Yes.
I loved it. Like Viva Love or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like that poem.
I'm a big ABC fan. Oh yeah, there you go. Lexicon of Love 2. Right on. I'm a big fan of their entire career. But I mean, Lexicon of Love is definitely a very special album because there was nothing like it at the time. And what's weird is
I love that album. That's definitely one of my Desert Island discs.
Martin Fry back then sounded like the age he is now. You know what I mean? He sounded like this mature, guy who'd been in the business for decades, but he was like in his early 20s.
Right.
It's crazy to think, the Beatles and even like Paul Weller of the Jam. By the time they released the third album, he was only turning 20. And it's just maybe 21. But these people were so but we were young with them. Well, Robert, you weren't.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
But we're young with them, so we didn't notice how young they were. Because now, I'm 58 years old. I'm really not going to look at 21 Pilots and say I better check them out. Because not that they're bad, because I've never really paid attention to them. I'm just using them as an example. But more than likely, old fogies like us is, going to be get off my lawn. How can this young artist be that good? Well, these artists that we all love, they were that young, right, when they started. Bob Dylan, his debut album, he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
He was.
Freewheeling Bob Dylan, he just graduated first grade. Actually, I'd love an album called Freewheeling Beans.
and when Pet Sounds came out, Brian Wilson was 3.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's because he had the personality and the sense of humor of a 3-year-old. The album was originally called Fart Sounds, but
that would have made it a better album right there.
Fart Sounds. Yeah.
But yeah, there's it's hard to imagine. But these artists that we loved were all making records when they were 18 and stuff like that, and I still think George Harrison's highly overrated. That has nothing to do with anything. That's probably my Adam random statement. But,
that sounded more like a Mason random statement.
No, it would have been long and drawn out, and I would have interrupted you.
True.
You don't make an album like All Things Must Pass and call that person overrated. That album alone.
No, but you see, that album alone is pretty much the best thing he did. Everything out after.
Oh, Living in a Material World is fantastic.
Well, speaking of Mike Love,
look at this cassette I have.
Yeah,
I don't listen to it.
Yeah, I don't listen to it. I've never listened to this. Track 3 is not really good at all. So, okay, before I piss anybody else off, I'm out. And it's already 10 o'clock too. It's
one,
I got to get up at 5 in the morning.
Here.
Oh,
thank
Lord.
you for stopping by, Stephen. I really appreciate it.
You got it, man. Thank you, everybody.
Good seeing you.
Paulina and Robert and Tom and Beans and Tim. And if you guys can make it to Ski Lodge tomorrow, 6 p.m., we will see y'all then. Yeah, and everybody have a great evening, and we'll smell y'all later.
Not if I smell
Make
it.
like a tree and leave.
Yeah.
Like a tree and go. Bye, Steven.
Bye, Steve.
Well,
well, I better answer Captain Copter because he asked us like an hour ago. I didn't go to IMAX. I don't think anybody here probably went to IMAX.
No.
Beetle Brad did. Watch Beetle Brad.
Yeah.
I was going.
Beetle Brad did. Yeah.
I would have gone with somebody, but that person was not vaccinated, so therefore not allowed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. At first, because I looked up.
But he and I were going
to
go.
Yeah. Because they weren't playing in Phoenix, and I didn't want to go for a long drive to go anywhere. And then plus we had the opera the night before, so I wasn't in the mood for too long, things in theaters, so. But I mean, if they do supposedly show it again in theaters here in February, maybe I'll go.
Same here. They didn't have like an IMAX in my area, so.
Yeah.
According to Tommy, it was exactly the same. So, I mean, you got to see, the however long the chat with
the interview.
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson was, although Peter Brad showed us a nice little chunk of that, so that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to go to see it. For more of the listening experience and the seeing experience.
Yeah,
that surround system that they'll have in the IMAX will just blow everyone away. So, but yeah, I will if they could show it again down the line, I will go. But I did pre-order it on Amazon. They got the 3-disc set on Amazon now for the Blu-ray, so I ordered that. And hopefully they'll later this year they'll release the extended version.
Yeah, I haven't ordered it yet, but
yeah,
I probably will.
I haven't even seen it yet, but I haven't ordered it.
Yeah,
I did pre-order once the pre-order went out.
Do you have a Blu-ray player, Tim, or a DVD?
Yeah. No, I have. I'm not such a Luddite that I don't have a Blu-ray player. Yes, I have a Blu-ray player. I don't have any interest in 4K, but I have a Blu-ray player.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a 4K either. I mean, I don't even know if I want to do the.
Tim's like, I'm not a gay man.
Yeah, and I don't have one, so I guess I'm a gay man.
Oh,
ooh, snap.
That's okay. Watching Cold War. Hey, my age, I'll take anything I can get.
That scene in
hit's a hit, the
Family Guy where he falls down and he like goes ooh for like 10 minutes. Ooh.
Yeah, Robert S is still holding out for the Betamax.
You want to hear something funny?
What it was?
Actually one of the used places that I go, like the Z record stores I go to, they actually had a used Betamax machine there, and I almost dropped. The low. I mean, it was freaking hilarious just seeing one. I hadn't seen one in 40 fucking years.
Now, when my son moved out, he took it, and my other son moved. He had what's that called? PlayStation. One of those game systems that can play the discs. So suddenly my house was without it. So I still have the VHS and the DVD. And
no, I have one. Blu-ray makes a big difference. I don't know that 4K.
However, I
am blind anyway.
Yeah, I am going to get the Star Wars, the original Star Wars trilogy on VHS, so I can watch it again without all the extra bullshit that George Lucas did to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's
but
just why
then
you need a Laserdisc player.
Right. Yeah. Which again I can get, but those the Star Wars laser discs are more expensive than the VHSs, so I don't know if I want to spend all that money.
No,
on the
I've got a
Laserdisc.
VHS of it. I think.
Yeah, I do too.
But one guy, I follow a few resellers, and one guy, and he wouldn't. I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do, but he found all these laser discs, and he paid next to nothing for them, and he had all 3 Star Wars, and he sold them for $10 a piece. Like, you're an idiot.
Right.
Well, these all sold. Oh, really? For $10 a piece? They would all sell, wouldn't they?
I wouldn't have gone less than 50 for each of them.
I wrote in his comments in like capital letters, "Oh, Star Wars isn't worth some money, dude."
Right.
Nope.
Maybe he didn't need the money.
Whatever. That's what he does for a living. So I would think he would want to get as much as he can get for him. Whatever.
Maybe.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
Maybe
if you
I'm
got him
strange,
close to next
because
to
I wouldn't
nothing.
think that way.
Yeah. Robert is strange.
I practically give things away, so I'm strange that way.
Yeah, man, you're giving stuff to Adam.
Well, that wasn't generous. That was a mistake.
That was a horrible mistake.
Sorry, Adam, if you're watching. Sorry. No, I mean,
how many weeks of your life did you spend worrying about if you're going to get that?
And that's the thing. It's like, what bugs me is I was on the chat. I specifically asked him if he wanted the CD, and he said yes. Then I asked him if he was planning on moving because I was going to ship it to him, and he said no. So I shipped it to him. I told him it was shipped, and he said, "Oh, I moved." What the hell? You didn't know that Adam. 2 days ago when I ordered it? Apparently you didn't. So that's what got me.
I've been a bad boy myself on eBay. I don't want to tell you. Oh man, I bought that the McCartney 45 of the Christmas song. That's really rare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the kisses on the bottom one.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I spent on it.
It's gonna be a lot. You don't have to. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, and then spent way more than I needed to on the Band on the Run Columbia Half-Speed Master from 1981. That put me back a few bucks too. So.
Wow. By the way, hello Trish. I'm sorry I didn't say hello.
I just spent too much money on Popeye DVDs, so don't worry about what you got.
Yeah,
I got my volume 1 at Big Lots for like $3 years ago.
Nice.
Well, I was in the mood to buy them. I saw them on eBay. I made an offer. It was accepted, but I still paid too much. I paid $15 less than they were asking, but
right,
it was still over $50 for 3 of them.
For all 3 together?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
which isn't too bad, but
no, I mean, I think I got.
Hearing that Tim got his for $3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that was a fluke, and that was, you strike when the iron's hot, when things go into budget bins, whatever.
And that's the thing. I mean,
Big Lots is a budget bin, basically.
Yeah,
that's what
and
it
they
is.
went out. They went out.
It's really 8 discs.
Too.
Volume 1 is 4 discs, and volume 2 and 3 are 2 discs each.
That's the one that has the very first episode was more. He was more of a co-star in that one because of Betty Boop was.
He was in Betty Boop for a couple of cartoons before he got his own.
Right. That I had that first volume and it was really good. I shouldn't have gotten
it looks fantastic.
Yeah. And then I think they were upgraded to Blu-ray too, if I remember correctly.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
La-di-da.
Yeah, I know. But
I don't really upgrade to Blu-ray unless I see it really cheap. If I go to Big Lots and there's something I really like and I have it on DVD and they've got it on Blu-ray for $3, I'll buy it. For $5, I think about it.
There we go.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I've never even seen that movie.
Are you serious? Oh.
Yeah, I've always heard it wasn't very good.
Yeah,
it's not,
same.
but it's
Well,
but it's good.
I had no desire to see it after I heard about it.
It's not that great,
But it's good.
I bought Nilsson's demos for it, Record Store Day last year,
I got
years
that
ago,
too.
whenever it came out. I own that.
Yeah. You know, what's his name's in there too? The bass player. Why is he? Why am I drawing a blank? No.
I'm teasing.
He played on all those early solo bass records. Why am I drawing a blank? He did the Revolver album cover.
Oh, Klaus.
Klaus
Foreman.
Yeah, Klaus is on. Yeah, Klaus is on that record too.
See, Trish Beans is awake.
He just has a weird angle.
I do have a weird
Sorry,
angle.
Chris.
At least you're not sideways like you were at Doc's chat.
Well, I can do sideways. I was doing sideways last night.
You know, I was doing sideways earlier too.
I could have been doing sideways, but I came here instead.
Don't put that on us.
I know. I kid.
On a count of three, everyone yell, "Wake up, Beans!"
1,
2,
Wait, man.
wake up, Puddin'. Yachty Puddin'.
So what were they talking about on the other stream? What riveting topics did I miss?
Oh, we were just talking about like cookbooks and metal. So I guess Cap is getting like about 100 cookbooks, and he started talking about cookbooks, and then Lisa too. And then there's some discussion about metal music.
We're about an inch away from seeing some cat anus here.
There we go.
Sorry, Captain, you're way off my screen. I couldn't see you. I wasn't expecting anyone.
You show that anus. Come on. Don't let nobody tell you what you can be.
Even if you don't own a Blu-ray player.
Even if you don't own a Blu-ray player.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I should probably get to sleep so I can work in the morning.
Call off.
Seeing how it's almost 1:30.
Why couldn't it be 10?
You know what? What's time anyway? You know, numbers. Numbers.
All right, I'll stay.
It's red, Fabio. If that's
Robert Lincoln. Now that you put it that way, yes, it makes sense to me now. It's just numbers.
So tomorrow, when my boss is saying, "Hey, what the hell's going on over there? What are you doing? Falling asleep?" I'll say, "What's time anyway?"
What's work anyway?
Numbers.
You know what? Your boss will appreciate your candor. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
he'll be like, you know what? Yeah, that's true.
He already does.
He'll be like, Robert fucking gets it. Yeah, come on, man.
I'm not sure he calls it appreciation, though.
Robert, you could be like Mason and announce to everyone you aren't going to do live streams late at night anymore because it's going to fuck up your bagging your groceries at the fucking grocery store.
Well, I mean
No, that's not what he
that's a
said.
whole other thing.
He
You know?
said it was hurting his career.
No, that's a whole other thing. Like
I couldn't
if
help
Robert's
but,
gonna fuck up his
mention
day,
that
like
to him.
that's one thing. But like if like Mason's gonna like screw up his bagging career,
Yeah, his
wow,
career
no,
is a bagger.
don't. Just,
It's
You don't want to
ruined.
be putting those heavy cans on top
Well,
of the bread or anything.
In a way,
You know?
I get his concern because if you lose your job as a bagger, there's nowhere left down to go.
Oh yeah,
You're already as far down as you can go.
Parking lot to get the carts.
Yeah, right.
Oh. I'm not Facebook friends.
What the
with
heck?
him,
The stock
even.
market runs itself, right? So I don't need
Yeah,
to do
right.
that.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. Yeah,
See?
right.
Like,
Yeah.
They won't
what
miss-
the hell
they
are you
won't
gonna
miss
do?
me.
You know, it's like
What's one less white guy on Wall Street?
Yeah, talk about
Did I
a
say that out loud?
non-diverse group of people.
it's
Oh,
gonna
man.
go within you or without you. Come on.
It will arrive without
Apparently-
traveling.
Apparently, HOK was showing band record covers. Wow, I'm surprised and shocked.
Here's a band record cover.
I am Stephen Schneid.
Ah,
Yeah.
Good job, man. That's delightful.
Oh, I gotta get a different one now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Tom.
no, that's all right. I got my Chewbacca. Tim, I gotta tell you, man,
Yeah.
I completely forgot about this. Completely forgot
Well,
about it.
I'm glad. I'm
you know?
glad you tuned in that night. Then I really am.
As am
I
I.
really am.
Yeah. Made me spend more money. Thanks a lot.
I don't.
More money he
Have
doesn't
you
have.
played it? I don't even remember the B side, except it was terrible. That's all I can remember.
It was R2D2 doing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
Oh, God. I just remember it's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm friends with him on Instagram, Steven.
Well, there you go. There's 3 people that might be able to help you out, Stephen. I'm not. I don't know why I'm not. I'm just not.
Who is this
Stephen
Dusty?
takes too far away. Not gonna go there.
How are you doing, Tom?
You know, I'm pretty good. You know, listen, no, seriously, I got this CPAP machine, and I tell you, I've been sleeping like a champ, and the best thing I've ever done for myself, and it's just been wonderful. So I am good.
And what does that do for you? Help you breathe?
Yeah.
Yeah, they give it to you because you stopped breathing at night. I
Yeah,
had one.
exactly. I had I did the test, and I had like 38 and a half episodes per hour where I
Wow.
stopped
Sleep
breathing.
apnea or something?
Yeah.
I think I
Wow.
have that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
was
qualified.
I was
Go ahead.
having like 10 every minute.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That's what the doctor said. Told me like there's some people that had up to 100 episodes per hour. You know.
Yep.
Just. You know, so it was definitely a life changer for sure for me, anyways.
I should look into it.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it is. I mean, like, my wife's happy now because she's not waking me up every 5 minutes for snoring. You know, so. But then again, you know, it's a funny thing because they also say losing weight helps too. But look at you, you're like a toothpick over there, so
Me?
you can still, yeah, you know,
No.
yeah. Well, at least you appear to be skinny. Oh yeah, you're skinny.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Yeah, deceiving, yes, but
I probably look thinner than I actually am.
But yeah, but and then a few years back, I mean, I had lost a lot of weight, but I was still snoring. So
Yeah.
but either
Well,
way,
yeah,
I'm glad I got
snore
it.
like crazy too. So
Yeah.
Stephen Schnee said he stopped breathing several times an hour, but that's just because his girlfriend keeps mothering the pillow.
Mr.
We,
Schnee.
Brilliant.
we've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I didn't want to join the divorce club, I mean, I would, I think it's didn't
Well.
want to be in the beans category,
I shared a room with this guy that uses one, and it's noisy. At least they used to be really quieter now.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
not.
probably
Yeah,
all
they're a
comes
lot.
out.
Yeah,
But
mine doesn't make any noise.
the thing that got me was I got used to that and I fell asleep. But I mean, it does its job because a
Right.
couple times in the night he stopped breathing, and when the machine stopped, then I'd wake up.
Mhm.
When it was silent, I'd wake up, and then when it started again,
Right.
I'd go back to sleep. And then I got paranoid, and I couldn't go back to sleep because I'm like, what do I do if I wake up in the morning and he's dead? Do I just close the door quietly and leave? What do I do?
Right.
That's what I do. I'd be like, I don't know anything about that.
That's what I was thinking. Room was in his name.
Tim, just close the door quietly and put a note on the door for the maid that says there's a dead body in there. You need to clean it up.
And to answer Walrus's question, I don't think Infinity sells bootlegs. They may occasionally have imports, but you can certainly feel free to call them and ask. They'll know more about it than I do.
I mean, you don't seek that kind of stuff out, though, do you, Robert?
No.
I was telling Tim on a previous stream that there's only been one time when Joe has made a video where I was able to get a vinyl that he sold to Infinity, and I bought it from Infinity. That was the Holly's Greatest. But every time afterwards, every time I call to the store, they're like, "Oh, it's sold." I was like, "Damn it."
Damn it.
Well, I think sometimes Joe makes a video, but he doesn't post it until
right away,
maybe a month or more later, and
Yeah.
so you're seeing something and you're thinking, oh man, I want to get that album, but he could have done that a month ago.
Yeah, I'm noticing that is record store videos are starting to be filmed like 2 or 3 months prior before uploading them.
Do you live in this area then, Paulina? Angel?
No, I live in Chella Valley, California.
Oh, okay. So you just call him and ask to have it shipped, I guess. Then.
Yeah, and Bazooka Joe would usually do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he lives in my town. That's how I know him. Bazooka Joe, not Joe Mayo.
Yeah.
I knew Bazooka Joe before I knew Joe Mayo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our kids went to school together, so I know him and his wife and the family.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I'm watching YouTube and I see Joe Mayo's channel and I'm going through his videos and there's one in the record store and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I know that record store. So and then I went to the store one day and there was Joe Mayo. So that's how I got to know him.
That's always been a weird thing to me about Joe is he never mentions the name of the record store. He doesn't give them any free advertising or anything like that.
There's a reason though behind that.
Yeah.
Because he wants it to himself.
Well, yeah, but that's not. I don't do that.
There's two reasons. Initially, I think he wants it for himself, but he doesn't want to give too much information about his location.
Yeah, exactly.
But of course, now everybody.
I think pretty much everybody knows at least generally where he is.
Yeah, the general area.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as Joe goes
Do you
into
want to know the
record
exact?
shop,
No.
as much as Joe goes into the record shop, I can understand that you might have some fucking old nut from YouTube come in with a gun or something and try to shoot you or something fucking crazy.
Yeah, jeez.
Yes, DJ
Yep.
Trish, but yes, okay. I'll just leave it there. I mean, everybody has their days, so sometimes people are not nice to other people.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, I know I'm in.
Not everyone's as nice as I am.
Yeah. Sending people stuff and shit. Jeez,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. He sends people stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know, but that's okay.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
I told you I've got a monkey CD with your name on it.
Yeah,
If I get your address, you're getting it.
That's fine.
There you go.
I'm good.
Yeah,
that's true, Steven.
That's very true. Dolan's another one I've sent stuff to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we won't get into that.
Michael Jackson stuff that I didn't need anymore.
I started calling Dolan the new telephone Paul. He didn't appreciate that.
And I'm the bad guy.
Uh-oh, we lost Beans.
Beans.
There you go. Famous Beans. Leave him without saying
and
goodbye.
goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a Dolan enabler.
What?
Well, as long as he didn't have to assemble the records in any way, I think you're all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the last video I saw of Macca's was this guy sent him a box set for the 40th anniversary of the Doors.
Yeah.
It's gonna sit on a shelf till he dies.
Yep.
Sadly, yes.
Don't get me started. Next topic, please.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway.
That will get me working.
So when's the next Talk More Talk?
Monday.
I think there was one yesterday, and it's like I was disappointed.
No, well, no. It's next Monday, and we're doing a kind of Valentine's Day special. We're gonna do our top 3 ballads from each of the 4 in their solo career. So,
okay, mind if
that'll be next Monday. Yeah, yeah. And I will not be picking Maybe I'm Amazed or My Love for Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to branch out a little bit more.
But I suspect one of you 4 will.
Oh, well, definitely. Well,
oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we know who.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it's I'm not saying that those 2 songs aren't his 2 best ballads, but you know, there's some other great ones too, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, especially if you dig deeper into his catalog,
exactly.
especially with Warm and Beautiful or
I'm Carrying, even No More
Only
Lonely
Love
Nights.
Remains, Motor of
Only
Love, maybe. Yeah.
Motor of Love, maybe.
Calico Skies, you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Calico Skies I love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good.
So there's a ton out there. He's the king of ballads, really, or pop ballads. Yeah,
Heather.
Jenny Wren.
Oh, we can never forget about Jenny Wren.
Yeah. This Never Happened Before from Chaos is great, you know. Probably my favorite, Some People Never Know.
And then there's things like some same time next year.
Yeah,
that's a really
exactly.
good one.
Yvonne from the Press to Play sessions.
Yeah.
that was never released.
That
finally
should have
released.
been released.
Oh, that's
That's such a
That's-
good song.
right.
DJ Trish, Little Willow. Yeah, there's another
Yeah,
one.
Little Will.
Well,
Well,
he has
I
it.
mean,
If he ever does press to play, it might get released.
well,
you
that's
know,
what. Yeah,
I mean-
that's the only reason really I want press the play. Well, actually, no. I mean, those
There's some.
those demos that they recorded, that him, Eric Stewart, and Jerry Murata recorded, were nowhere near what the finished product was, and they, you can listen to them on YouTube, and they're excellent. They just sound so great without the '80s production on them.
Yeah, I have.
You know.
I do love McCartney's demos that he did, especially during the 80s with stuff like Love Mix. I really love that one.
Oh, Love Mix. Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
That would be from the Return to Pepperland bootleg.
Bootleg, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and Love Come Tumbling Down.
Yeah,
Same
Love Come Tumbling Down's
great
another
one.
one. Same Love is brilliant. Yeah, great Nicky Hopkins playing piano on that one. Yeah. We got a love mix. Yeah, great. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. Yeah. But that's like probably one of my favorite bootlegs of his is the Return to Pepperland.
Same here. I really like that
I
one.
have this.
Yeah, see, that's good too. That's a good bootleg as well, because those are the demos that before they put before Hugh Padgham put the '80s production on there.
On it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good one to have as well. Yeah, but yeah, that's coming.
Famously, with track 14 being "Call Me Back Again." What the heck?
Where?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I think I'm going to get going. I finally do need to get to sleep.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert.
So, thanks
See you,
for
Robert.
extending the chat tonight.
Thanks
Tim?
for stopping by.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thanks for chatting more chat.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Yes.
Happy to do it with you.
I had almost
Hey, there you go.
I had almost too much fun on Doc's chat.
Yeah, that was some
So-
good laughs right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Not that the laughs haven't been quality laughs here either, but the laughs.
No. We don't have the spark, which might be a good thing, actually.
Right.
All right. Have a good
Okay.
night, everyone.
I'll tell you. Good
All
night.
right, good night, Robert.
Robert,
Good night,
good seeing you.
Robert.
All right. Oh,
And
you
then
got
there's
the complete works there behind you. The off the ground complete works. Yes.
Yeah,
How much do you want for that?
No sell.
Ah,
Yeah, it's actually from the display, and I
right.
still
Yeah.
need to put together that display up.
Okay. I've got the Broad Street display with the cassette on it.
Oh yeah, I saw that in one of the videos that you
Yeah.
did.
That's a good one. What else you got back there?
Nothing much. That's the only thing I have of McCartney that's
Oh.
up right now.
Okay.
Everything else is sort of like right here.
Paulina has the
only
same.
Beatles relate. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
Paulina has the same jealousy generator that you have.
Is that true?
She's got the Run Devil Run box.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the 45 set. Yes.
I said I've only seen 3 people with those, and 2 of them are in my room right now.
Mine's is
There,
like right up here to
Right. Yeah.
my Beatles Christmas thing.
Yeah. Yes, DJ Tris. It's called Two Legs, a Paul McCartney podcast. Here's the one of the things that I love too is this is the Venus and Mars frisbee. for the 76 tour, and then I've got the Red Rose Speedway frisbee over there too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the only Beatles related thing that Paulina probably wants that I have is that BC 13 box set.
Mm.
You mean the Seals collection?
No, mine's the albums.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the one that I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I have one. I have that.
This is my Paul McCartney channel right here. Two Legs, a Paul McCartney podcast. So, but yeah, I've spent a lot of money the last couple weeks on. So I'm trying to get all the stuff now because I know when he dies, all that shit's gonna skyrocket. And it's expensive, and a lot of that stuff's expensive already.
Yeah, I get that.
I should start collecting Paul McCartney stuff for that reason, because he's like on a banana pill. All he needs is somebody to push.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
like
thank you, DJ.
it took me
Yeah,
forever
just
to finally
sub-2,
find
Tom.
this on vinyl.
Thank you. Yeah, is that the
Oh, my
UK?
God.
Thank
This
you,
version
Captain.
of it.
Is that the UK
Yeah, no
version?
problem, Tom.
This is the UK version, and then this is
Okay.
the capital version.
Yeah, I gotta get the UK version still.
I have the UK. I found mine for like $3.
See, where are people finding these great deals? I'm not going to go into thrift stores.
I looked. This wasn't in a thrift store. This was in a record store, and
Right.
the guy just doesn't care about Paul McCartney. There's lots of acts he just doesn't care about. And
Gotcha.
I looked at it, and I'm like, "Is this a UK?" I looked at the back, and I'm like,
Right.
Well, the most interesting thing that I ever gotten was from a friend who owned a record store in Palm Desert, and he gave me this, which was the 1,000 pack.
Now, is that the CD or the vinyl version?
The vinyl
This
version.
I've got the CD version, right? So
"Yeah,
I
I've
still
only
gotta
got the
get
CD
vinyl.
too, and I don't even know where mine is, to be honest."
And
I gotta get
interesting
the vinyl
about
still.
the interesting thing about the vinyl version was it came with this. And I was like, did it originally come with that?
Really? Did it come with that? Because I've got one right here as well. Yeah, here's mine.
I don't know. I've never had the vinyl
and this
version.
one, and this one has the etching on the on the
Yeah.
back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Wow.
very cool.
Never had one of those.
But then again, then why wouldn't it have come with the? Why wouldn't the CD one then have the CD single? Then you know what I mean?
Maybe it was something that he probably got from a collector, and he just probably put it in
there and didn't realize
as a bonus. Because we all know that this comes with.
I was just about to ask. Right. Didn't that come with?
Yeah.
Because the CD one came with a 3-inch CD of.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. Right. Yeah.
Party.
3-inch party.
Yeah.
So actually, that figure of 8, there was 3 different versions of that. You got this one, and you got here.
Yeah, I have the second one you have.
Yeah.
Maybe I have that. Maybe I have 2, because that one looks familiar too.
Right. So.
But I don't have the first one.
Now I have a question for you, Tom. For the single Ule de Sole.
Yeah.
Which vinyl copy has the version that's on the CD?
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
Because I have the 12-inch and that.
Right.
I don't have that, but is that same version that comes on the American CD or this version of it?
Oh, you know what? I don't have the C version of this yet. However, let me see something here. I thought I had the. Oh no! Right here it is. Here's the cassette single.
Oh.
And it's got the same thing that's on the 12-inch vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just 3 different versions of the song. I can look real quick because I have one of the great books, or a series of books, is called "Songs He Was Singing" by John Blaney, which is just all releases of his stuff. So, and that was what, 89 or 90?
Possibly 90.
Yeah, I think that's 90. No, 89.
Oh.
All right, so here it is. 12-inch single. Yeah, there is a one-track CD. So I wonder if that was just a promo CD. I'll have to do some more research on that. Because obviously I'm trying to get everything,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll find out and get back to you on that.
I think I've got a
Awesome.
promo CD of Figure 8.
Yeah, and that's what that is. Figure 8 is a promo CD.
Yeah,
I know. Right.
I
'Cause
think
then
I've got that.
right. Because I've got that's another one I have. I have all of the Flowers in the Dirt cassette singles. I have all the 7-inch singles, but there's a few of the 12-inch singles I still need to get.
I have a Flowers. I think I showed you. I have a Flowers in the Dirt 3-inch single.
Oh, really?
I think I showed
Okay.
you. It's from Japan.
Ah.
Yeah, it took me a while to find that the remake version of Figure of 8. I know that it came out on this one, but it was like a
Right.
edited version. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's the edited on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because I mean, not everything was like there was in that era. I think like Figure of 8. I think that was only like the 7-inch, 12-inch, and cassette single. So I think the CD single was just like Tim was just the promo.
Yeah.
Because you would think, okay, so My Brave Face was 7-inch, 12-inch, cassette and CD single, yeah. And I think the same can be said for this one as well. Yeah. And actually, there's two different this one 12-inch singles as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, I have both the 12-inch. I don't have the CDs of My Brave Face or this one.
Yeah. But that's funny because then there's also two different CD or two different 7-inch this one's as well. So here's one, and then
Yeah, I don't
here's
have
the other. Yeah.
I don't have any of the import 7-inches from.
Oh, you've got
that album.
that. Ooh, where did you find that?
I got this from my for graduation. I graduated high school.
The birthday box. Wow.
Wow, I've never.
That's the CD.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, the CD singles in there.
Yeah, I have
Yep.
My Brave Face.
This one. Yep. There you go.
This one.
Yeah.
Put it there.
Put it there.
Birthday.
Yep.
And All My Trials.
All My Trials.
See, I have Birthday and All My Trials.
And it also came with. It also came with What's Gone Long Ago.
Yeah, I think I did see those on eBay a couple times.
And a nice.
Yeah, and the pin. Yeah, they also did a Wingspan green nylon green, neon green kind of box that had the Wingspan CD, the Blackbird singing book, and a Wingspan pin. I think it was. Man, all this stuff. Now I'm back on eBay. Thanks a lot.
This is something that my dad wanted to get back from me, but I said no. It's gonna be my friend.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's part of a necklace. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Very cool.
There you go.
All right. So, okay. Guess how much that birthday box is going for on eBay?
How much?
between $300 and $500. There's a couple of them on here.
Oh shoot.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody's got a bid on it for right now for $100 right off the bat.
How about Discogs?
I don't do Discogs because I don't trust it because you don't see a picture of what they're selling. You just see the generic picture.
Yeah,
That is
I
true.
I only use Discogs if I'm selling and I can't find,
Right.
and there's none on eBay. I'll go to Discogs just to see if it's
Right.
worth anything. And if it's
Yeah.
not, I still wind up charging more than it's worth, probably
See,
just because there's
well,
none on eBay.
right, and that's the thing about Discogs is they kind of upprice their stuff because they make money on what people sell. You know, they get a percentage of
Yeah.
everything that people
Yeah.
sell on there.
Now this is my
I'm not
only
gonna lie,
woo
though, a lot
from.
of times. Go ahead.
This is like my
Paulie.
only woo from Discogs, and it came in today. I bought
Oh, wow.
this, but I bought it as a CD, and he brought it in as a cassette.
No. What is it?
The Burn
I can't see
Sisters.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Tim was showing it.
Yeah, I have that. I have the cassette. That's what I have.
And I bought the CD, but they sent me the cassette instead.
Great.
It said CD on the thing.
How nice of them.
So they gave me a refund for it, you know.
Oh,
Good.
well, that's good then.
Yes. Good.
But in most part, all my experiences on Discogs has been very positive in the most part.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I've never had any issues.
I've heard some horror stories.
And
I
a lot
bought-
of times Discogs is cheaper than what eBay is.
Right. Like I've was this past last Wednesday I was supposed to get the Say 12-inch single. I'm still waiting for it. There's been a couple times that I've ordered from eBay where I've gotten something like 4, 5, 6 days after the supposed, day is supposed to arrive. And this is just
I
one of
have
the
that
instances.
12-inch single.
Yeah.
Say. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
I think mine's
Is
a
this the
maxi
83
single or something crazy
12-inch
like
or
that.
the one that came out for?
It's the 83. Yeah, it's the 83. Yeah, it's the same picture sleeve as the 7-inch.
I've got that. I've got promo copies of that too.
Really?
I was working at a record store then. I have 12-inch promos of every single
I'm
McCartney
sure you-
came out with, pretty much.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I got to get the Pretty Little Head 12-inch soon as well. So I got the 7-inch. I got the cassette single for Pretty Little Head. I just need to get the 12-inch. So
You might know about this, Tom. I don't.
wait a minute. Did you see the UK? Oh, you know what? You you little shit. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool. Right on. That's awesome. That is awesome. What do you been? Is there anything you want to get that's you don't have in your collection that you've been dying to get?
That's a good question. Possibly all the 12 inches from the Flowers in the Dirt era.
Oh, the what?
All the 12 inches from the Flowers
Okay.
in the Dirt era.
Yeah,
Right.
that I have
Yeah.
most of.
Yeah,
I don't have a damn temporary secretary pictures sleeve, but
That's
I
like
do
the
have-
holy grail right there.
I do have. He's got it. I do have the single without it though.
right.
I do have it in just a black sleeve, so I at least have it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do have. But do you have the press 10-inch?
No.
I'm looking for that. You know,
Yeah.
the 12
This
10-inch
was-
and the 12-inch.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Let me get this part first. This flap. So you kind of like it's one of those things where you flip it over and flip it down, and then it's then it goes this way. And then there's the record in there, but But this was a pretty cool release as well, in my opinion, anyways.
That one.
Yeah, I like the sleeve alone. I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty
the
neat
sleeve's
that
pretty cool. Yeah.
when they put packaging on something that's a little bit different than everybody else has done, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And then I missed the chance of getting the second 12-inch of this one.
Oh yeah, because there's two shades.
Yeah, the one with the gray
Yeah.
and this
Yeah,
one.
one more like a peach, I think, or what is the what's that
Yeah,
shade?
I think mine's.
This is more like a beige. Yeah.
Beige. Okay.
Yeah, I think mine's that one. I think.
Yeah. Which I like this one because it has the the long version of
Right.
Once Upon a
Yeah.
Time
because both of them
Yeah.
have different track listings.
Okay, then that's definitely the one I have because I have the long version.
Right.
And I like this one because the hats don't get around much anymore, which is like my favorite song off of the Russian album.
Oh yeah, mine too. Yeah.
Okay, mine is the extended version. Yours says yours is the long version?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, mine's the extended with Lottie, Miss Claudia, and Kansas City. Okay. Cool. All right. That's funny. No, we kind of got some of the same stuff, but different versions. Very cool. Didn't know you were a McCartney fan.
Oh yeah. Well, he's sort of like my namesake. My dad wanted his first child to be named after McCartney, so he named
really?
me.
Okay. So. Cool. I love it.
And then,
okay, let's see it. Oh, you're gonna whip out the Hofner bass? She is.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. One of the coolest records that I have that was one of the Beatles solo album is Ringo Starr Ringo with the extended 6 o'clock on it.
6 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we went through that the other night. I've got 3 of those with a promo punch hole, and none of them are the extended one. Nope. I've got a fake Hofner bass. Doesn't really count. It's not quite the same.
But you have the rock band version.
No, I have the real bass.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look at that closet because I've read the first Lewison book, Tune In, but I mean it's been 10 years now since it's been out, so I don't remember that part, but I'll have to go back and look for sure. And I don't think it was in the McCartney, the lyrics book. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that right now.
Yeah, I played on Dusty Stream today. He lost power for a while, and the camera was fixated on me, so I played guitar on his stream.
Okay.
Does your Run Double Run still have the yellow hype sticker on it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When I bought mine, it was like the points, were starting to peel off. We're starting to fold up, and they were losing its adhesiveness to it, So
yeah.
I just ended up ripping it off because it was just, looking
yeah,
bad.
for the longest time, I kept mine inside the original package box because it came with the box from EMI.
Okay.
So I kept it inside there for years, and then I just started to let it out in the wild.
Yeah. Do you remember when you got it?
I want to say it was 2006.
Okay. I found it at a record store?
eBay.
eBay? Okay. Yeah. I was fortunate to find mine in a record store. So it wasn't cheap, but I was glad to pay for what he wanted for it.
Yeah,
I remember seeing one at Best Buy when it came out for like $60, and I'm like, that's outrageous.
How is that possible? Because I thought it was only a UK release.
I had a Best Buy in Washington D.C. that had one.
Really?
I swear to God.
Interesting. Yeah.
But I'm like, that's outrageous. Yeah, $60 outrageous. Yeah,
I think I paid 40 for mine.
Oh well, I think I paid a bill for mine. 100.
I think I paid $0 for mine because I don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like my only time that I was ever gonna have Run to Run on vinyl, because the 12-inch version is like hard to find.
I lost a bid on it last week, and I'm really pissed about that. I did pick this up last week. This is from '76, from the tour or whatever.
There's so many McCartney albums I still don't have on vinyl, and I probably never will unless he does archives.
Yeah.
I got this, and you and Andy inspired me to get it, which is
Oh yeah, the press. Yeah, great. Nice, very cool. I'm glad that you were able to get it.
Yeah, I'm sad that they ran out.
It's sold out.
I'm sad that they ran out of producers.
Hugh?
One that they did, yeah. Which is all about the dirt, you know.
Right. Oh yeah, I missed out on that one, but my cousin scanned me a copy of it, so I was able to read it. But was your issue signed by Hugh?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to get. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to get his signature on that.
Because he is like one of my favorite producers. Because I did love the work that he did on XTC, and then with Genesis.
Yeah, well, he was a hot producer at the time, for sure. He had a lot of success, just not with Paul.
Oh no, it did come with the signature.
Excellent. There you go. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, one of the things that I sold that I regret selling is introducing the Beatles.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, real one.
No shit.
Yeah.
I finally got a copy of that last year, and it was free. So it's not in great shape, but you can't argue with free because I never had one before. I mean,
when I tell you who I sold it to, Tom, and for how much, you're probably going to want to punch me, but I sold it to Macca for $100.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue about 100, but I will argue about who you sold it to. But...
Yeah. But my thing is weirdly. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say. I mean, but you know what? As long as you got your money, then who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. My thing is, I never had a copy of Introducing. I didn't even have a bootleg. Somebody sent me his VCLT, a bootleg once a long time ago, because I showed my whole Beatle collection, and they saw I didn't have one. Yeah. But what I did have, and I've had for years and years, was Songs, Pictures, and Stories, which is rarer probably than Introducing. Yet I got one of those.
Right.
But I never had Introducing.
Yeah. Was it still sealed, Captain, or was it?
No. No.
Well, if it wasn't sealed, then I'm surprised he bought it from you.
Yeah.
Because he's got a hard on about stuff being sealed.
Yeah, and what edition? I mean, there's so many editions of that.
I just remember it was the real thing, because I went through every test that you could go through with it, with the shadow and the writing on the back and the paint color on the label.
There's an ad back, there's a blank back, there's Love Me Do version, there's Please Please Me version, there's a rainbow label, there's a black label, there's bracket label, there's circle oval label, there's so many variations.
Yeah.
Sound like what's his name is in Forrest Gump, coconut shrimp. Barbecue shrimp.
Well, there is. There's just so many variations, and I've never even
Oh,
looked to
shrimp.
see if how rare the one I have is. It's not.
Mm.
I might even have a Love Me Do version.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
should look. That's the
honestly, Tom,
rarest.
it wasn't even in the best of shape. It didn't sound like it had no pops or clicks or nothing, but it looked like it got ran over by a truck.
Oh no, they sound great. Neither of mine. My introducing isn't, or my songs, pictures, and stories isn't in very good condition either. But they both sound great. I mean, they
Yeah.
used deep groove vinyl back then.
Mm. Yep. I think the thing that I probably want the most now on vinyl for Paul is probably Driving Rain. I would love to get a copy of that on vinyl. An original one, anyways.
Well, I don't even care anymore. Archives then. But I mean, everybody wants back to the egg in London town, and I guess I do too. But I'd rather see them put out things that have never seen or have barely seen the light of day on
Yeah,
vinyl. I'd rather see Off
sure.
the Ground on vinyl
Hmm.
or not, Run Devil Run, or like I was
Right.
happy when we put Flaming Pie out
Yeah, there
because
you go.
okay, now I've got it on vinyl.
Yeah. I
And
got yeah.
Driving Rain to a lesser extent, just because I don't like
Well, the
it.
thing about Driving Rain the thing about that is there wouldn't be any extra content because everything he recorded is on the album. So that would kind of be
But
a boring
but he has
release.
done colored vinyl versions of things. He did the Paul is Live without doing an archive, and he did
Right.
Amoeba without doing it. He could
Right.
just do some of that.
No, yeah, that's fine
That's what
because
I'd
he
rather
did.
have him do,
Yeah, he
actually.
yeah he did reissue Chaos and Creation on vinyl.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's another one I didn't
yeah,
have.
right. Yeah, same here. You know, but yep, there you go. There's the reissue. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
great.
even got the what is it,
I think I got the
silver
brown. I
on
think
that one?
it's brown. Is it brown? I think. I
It's
think.
either gold or silver, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, gold maybe.
I got one of those, and I got the other one.
Yep,
I still
gold. There
don't
you go.
know.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
get rid of one eventually. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me
I'm
let
to
me
the
know.
point where I don't want one of every thing. I don't need it.
Let me know, Tim. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would love to get those. Like I lost a bid on the Rushes vinyl. Um, the second Fireman release.
Yeah.
Um, I will pick up the classical stuff too. But I mean, people want crazy money for those classical pieces. Um, but I mean, now that I got that Christmas 45, the Christmas song
Hmm.
45, I think I've only need two more, and one of them is the backseat of my car, which was the UK
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
45, but I want the picture sleeve one, and I'm not
Oh,
finding the picture sleeve, so
uh,
I think I'm only down to like two more 45s that I need, and
I've
now I'm just
never
on the 12 inches now.
seen that. Are you
Yeah.
talking UK or just
Yeah,
UK in
it was
America?
only a UK. It was only a UK
Yeah, but I
release.
mean, as far as your collection, are you
Oh,
talking
both.
France and
Both. Oh, yeah.
Germany
Oh,
and
both. Yeah. I mean, I actually have like some 45s. I have like multiple copies of from different countries. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
let's
there are
see.
things like, do you have the like,
Uh,
do you have like the Eat at Home single?
yes. Yeah. There it is, right here.
And what was the other one I was thinking
And
of?
this is the French version right here.
Mrs. Vanderbilt Bluebird.
Yeah, that's the Italian one, and I've got that. Yeah.
Okay, I just wonder. Yeah, I have both of those, so they're
Yeah.
the ones that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So it's like I have the Japanese give Ireland back to the Irish, and I have the EMI. You know,
I have
I
a UK
have
and American on that.
yeah. Um,
Do you
Here we
have the
go.
EPs also, or just the singles?
Well, I mean, some of them can be considered EPs, right? If they got 4 songs on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, McCartney didn't do much in EPs. Beatles
Yeah,
did, but
yeah. See, here's
McCartney,
the
no.
Mrs. Vanderbilt.
Well, see, I've got a German one, I think.
Yeah, this is the Italian version right here. This is one of my favorites, the Junior's Farm with Linda on the.
Yeah, I sold one. I sold one of the. I had 2 of them. I sold one to Mayo. It's the only thing I've
Really?
ever. I traded him actually for a Lennon 35.
See, yeah, and then like the I've Had Enough 45. Like I have this one, but I want the one with all the eyeballs on it.
See, I don't have a picture sleeve for that at all.
Yeah. See, so and
I
there's
do
only
believe
like
I have the one with all the eyeballs on it.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday for one.
Well,
There's only 2 though, as far as I know, that don't have picture sleeves, and that is Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, and Off the Ground. Those are the only 2 45s of
really?
his that I believe are picture sleeveless.
I know we've discussed this, but do you have this?
I don't have any of those Hall of Fame ones. No.
See, you need this though, because on the other side is Maybe I'm Amazed, the studio version.
Studio version. But what's the other side?
My Love.
My Love. Okay. Yeah.
My Love. Maybe I'm Amazed, the studio version.
Paulie is going to get something that's probably going to make me jealous here.
I'm looking.
Possibly.
So this had a picture sleeve in the UK. I've never seen it.
What is
Old
it?
Siam, sir.
Old Siam, sir. Here's waterfalls for Fabio. There you go.
Yeah, I've got a couple of waterfalls.
I bet you do. What was that again? Old Siam, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, all of the... No, you know what? That might be one I'm missing too. Because that was a UK release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it with a picture sleeve.
No, but it's gonna look like this, Tim. It's gonna look like this.
Okay. Okay.
Just
yeah. Okay. I've
with
got the
Old Siam,
American
yeah.
of that.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like.
I remember when I found this, I was so happy, even though it's a nothing picture sleeve. I was just wow.
That's the live Maybe I'm Amazing. That's the other one I need to get as well.
Because it didn't have a picture sleeve in America.
Right.
It just came in a black sleeve.
Right. I mean, the Japanese one is easy to find. Picture sleeve.
There's a Japanese Venus and Mars.
Yep. Cool.
Not what I'm looking for. Japanese. Forget. Letting Go. I think it's Letting Go.
Okay. Yeah. I don't like those Japanese sleeves because they're more like a book than an actual sleeve.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm looking for something. I'm not. Here's what I was looking for. Here's my.
Yeah.
Mrs. Vanderbilt High on Wheels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen those too.
Now, I showed the Beatle version of these on Dusty's stream, or even Tim's. I'm not quite sure, but
oh yeah, okay, yep.
Here is Ram.
Oh man, yes.
I had those once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
I cut them up and made CD cases out of them.
Now, do you have the CDs with those or no?
Yeah, in most part, all the original CDs are in there.
Okay.
Oh, no kidding. That's very cool.
Except for possibly London Town and Back to the Egg.
Right.
They have UK reissues in there.
Very good.
But other words, they all have like the
Yeah, I like it when the whole box is covered like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It makes you feel like you have the artwork for the vinyl if
I've been
the
wanting to
box
find the
is
Capital
covered.
version of this one. Because
Right.
the Capital one is all full.
Nice. Yeah, love it.
Got all best.
Oh, look at that. It just crazy. It just goes to show because that was 99, that Run Double Run, and it's just crazy how long they were doing those long boxes.
Yeah.
They really were doing them for a long time. Yeah.
Here's the highlights.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Unplugged.
Unplugged. Yeah.
I had
We're gonna
Unplugged in a long box.
We'll be doing a show on that in February.
And then the last one is Off the Ground. That I have.
La 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 la. Very cool. Nice. Excellent. Long boxes. Man. Making me feel old now. Thanks.
Hey, Ryan.
That's nothing. I have the Beatles ones right here, and then right here I have John Lennon, George, Ringo, Mary Hopkins, and a few others. I have long boxes.
Cool.
I remember just being young and seeing them and like, wow.
Right.
Those are really nice. And just growing up later on, like, I want to collect those when I grow up.
Mm-hmm.
French.
Yep. Yeah, I got that one.
I don't have a whole lot. You used to see them. I mean, all of these I've bought pretty much just at local record stores.
Actually, yeah, no, this one's Band on the Run, like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did this ever have a nice sleeve anywhere, or is this pretty much?
Yeah, that's got a bunch of different sleeves as well. You know.
Doing what I have.
Tim's like, did this ever have a nice sleeve or just the shitty one I have?
Well, yeah, you know, it's just it's not great.
Like I got a couple. Like this is a French Live and Let Die, and then here is a Mexican Live and Let Die.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, you gotta try to get like.
Here's my
get them from
home.
There it is. Yeah. What's that, Captain?
Are you gonna try to get them from every country, like all the ones that's in each country, or no?
Eventually, yeah, I would like to. Absolutely.
That's a lifelong pursuit.
Yeah, it is. Because the thing is like my eBay watch list is like a mile long, you know, and you just when I have the money to go after something, I've been tending to go after the more rare stuff recently. You know, yeah, I have that one too.
Right.
Yeah, that's another day right there, right?
With rare stuff, you go after it when it's available because it may never be available again.
Right, exactly. That's why I was going after that that Run Double Run 45. I mean, not 45, but LP. And unfortunately, I got outbid at the last second. But I mean, that happens. Sometimes I win some at the last second, and sometimes you lose some at the last second. You know.
Yep. That's why I usually wait until there's like 5 seconds left, and I already have
here.
my.
That's my routine too. Go right. Yeah.
So many people that use programs and things.
Right. And it's the thing is like you have to like bid with like 2 seconds left in order for that, for them to bid up, in order for them not to have time to bid up, But the thing is you don't know how high their max bid is sometimes,
Yeah, no, you never know. Yeah. Hello, Ryan Kid. How are you? Hope you're well.
Yes. Yeah, so I mean, it's just never ending. Then I eventually want to start getting into the promo stuff. Like I have a wingspan kite. That I'm looking at getting. It's just on and on and on.
Yeah, I
Last
don't
week,
even. I mean, if I ever saw it in the wild and it was cheap, of course I'd buy it. But other than that, I'm not interested. I don't have the space. I don't. That's just a rabbit hole that I can't go down.
Yeah, last week I was bidding on a Nirvana Nevermind first press because those things are like $1,000, and this one was only like 125.
Wow!
And my high bid was like 125 with 3 seconds left, and the cocksucker outbid me right at the like. And it sold for 128.
That's why, if like I'm the highest bidder with like a minute left, I'll just start upbidding myself. Upbidding my max.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if I'm like in like for like $100 say for something, and then if there's like 30 seconds left, I'll start upbidding it. So that person that's trying to outbid me will never know what my max bid is. So and that just takes him longer.
Right.
To but yeah, it's a rat race.
Yeah. I started not that there's that many auctions anymore, but I started a long time ago just deciding what my highest bid is.
Right.
And then I always up it by a few cents. I'm the guy that will put in $152.04.
4 cents.
Because sometimes that 4 cents can make the difference of winning the auction or not,
Right.
Because people don't think that way. So, but I'll just do, and in half an hour left or whatever, I'll just put my bid in, and if I win it, I win it, and if I don't, I don't. But
so
I
so now I'm
can't,
watching. Yeah, so somebody has got most of McCartney's solo stuff on cassette right now, and a lot of them are for 1 cent, and there's still like 3 days left to go. So I'm not going to bid on these cassettes until like there's 10 minutes left. Maybe I'll even wait till there's like a minute left, and I'll start bidding on all of those.
Right.
Because who can argue with 1 cent?
Yeah, the way that the way I love to get vinyl is go into like local auctions, because a lot of times they don't know what they have.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, see, I had all that stuff, in 89, 90, 91, I had all that stuff, but then I got rid of it because of CDs,
I never see Beatles cassettes where I am, ever. Solo once in a while.
Actually, Record Crate last night had some he did the Beatles auction last night, and he had like 3 or 4 cassettes last night.
Did you get anything from him, Tom, or no?
No, not this time around. He's actually, I shouldn't say this, but he's got a Mccartney, the first Mccartney on Reel to Reel, that he's been kind of holding for me until he finds out how much he wants to sell it for.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with somebody doing that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, and those are another thing too. It's like, okay, should I go after the reels then? And, because those are an arm and a leg as well.
Are you going after the 8-tracks?
Well, actually,
the play
funny you
and
say.
the play tapes. You going after the play tapes?
When you said 8-tracks, Tim, I didn't think it would be Tom that would be going for the 8-tracks. I thought it was going to be Paulino.
Again, I buy them when I see them cheap, but that's it, And
then this is my pride and joy right here. Yeah, there you go.
And the two I know you're more McCartney than Beatles, but there's the 2 Beatles 3-inch flexi records.
Right.
Just so much stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have one of these, Paulina?
No. That was around time I was broke and I couldn't get any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you
my
can probably
favorite
still
Beatle
find these
was,
on eBay.
what's that?
The only stuff I was
So you
ever
can
get
still-
was all the McCartney 3 stuff that came out.
Oh yeah,
It's like the 3 Imagined, but I have like the regular one up there.
right.
Yeah,
I got
my favorite
I was
Beatle
getting them.
was George Harrison.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
And of
man.
course, the color variant of Egypt
Yeah.
Station.
Did you get the Spotify one by chance?
No.
Yeah, that's the only one I don't have of Egypt Station. Yeah. Let me tell you, when that stuff was getting announced, you know, myself, Andy, my cousin David, you know, we were all texting each other, you know, and then I was messaging with Joe, you know. I mean, I don't think I got any work done that day because of all of the damn McCartney 3, I should say. McCartney 3, when that stuff was, you know, we were ordering from everywhere, you know. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And it's like, I had no intention of ever going after variants. I just wanted just this one. But then after watching Joe's videos and stuff, I was like,
Exactly.
I only wanted one, the white one, and I ordered it. Guess who I ordered? Yeah, guess who I ordered it from, Mike or Tom? Guess who I ordered it from?
Bull Moose?
No, I ordered it from Mike at the In-Groove.
Ah! That's great. He's moving this week,
and that got canceled.
Really?
And I was pissed off. Yeah, he only got like 1 or 2 copies. That's all he got.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I'm screwed because now I can't get that one. Period.
Yeah.
That's off the. So I wasn't going to get it at all, and my local Target got it. So I got the green one at Target.
Right.
Yeah. Now, do any of you have the Third Man Record one?
I woke up just as it was selling out. And then Mazzy, of course, got one.
Yeah. If I had gotten one, I wouldn't have it anymore. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I just wanted one of the.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I got that one too.
I
even though they reissued the damn thing,
quite
that
a
thing
long
still
time out of that.
Even though they reissued it, it still sells for what, $3,000 or some crazy shit.
Well, they didn't reissue it exactly. They reissued it in a different way.
Yeah, it was just straight yellow. It wasn't. It didn't have the other dots on.
Well, it was yellow and black. It had some regrind in it, wasn't it? Like sort of like cut in with black. I thought because it had some regrind in it too from those McCartney albums, like the first one did. At least the ones I saw did.
Yeah, they did that whole deal where they grind up old McCartney and McCartney 2.
Yeah, but it wasn't the dots.
Yeah, this was the one that came out late last year, and it's not gatefold like the other
Joe
one.
wasn't gonna get, and then he bought that one.
Yeah, so it's
yeah,
flat.
yeah,
it's flat.
Yeah, that's
and
what
it's not. It's I don't think it was 180. I think it was maybe like 120 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This is, I think this may officially made 10 different versions that I have now. Thank God I like this album. I swear to God, we were buying all of these versions and we didn't even know the track listing. Yeah. You know? And it was thank God. And then so then I was getting the dice. I got the blue, I got the red, then I got the yellow. When I went to go order the white, they were sold out. So I wasn't able to get the white dice, you know. However,
I mean, it's great for fans like you guys that he did so many variants of that.
Right.
But to me, it's just overkill.
It can be, you know. And then it was cool to finally get some promo thing from Capitol. So this was the promo dice for the McCartney 3 Imagine campaign, you know. So it wasn't the white dice for the McCartney 3 release, but it was still cool to get, you know, some kind of promotional stuff, you know. So
Now, did you like the reimagined version of McCartney 3?
I liked a good chunk of it. You know, there was some stuff that still, you know, like the EOB Edward O'Brien from Radiohead did Sliding.
Yeah.
It was just a sped up version of it. You know, it wasn't really anything special. I really wish they weren't remixes in so many, you know, for the most part.
Right.
You know, like I wish it was Beck that was actually singing "Find My Way." You know, instead of.
That's the only track I really like. In fact, I think I like it better than the album version.
Yeah. So,
see, and then my thoughts were that he did it too soon. Like he did the album too soon, close, you know, too close to the release of McCartney 3.
Well, yeah, I agree. But you know, he wanted to keep it in the he wanted to keep it relevant for a while longer.
That's he was trying to sell both, I think.
Yeah.
And you know.
However, I did appreciate it because I became a St. Vincent fan. I bought her new album Daddy's Home last year, and I thought it was an excellent record, you know. So I mean, at least something good came out of it, you know. You know, so but again, it also started a trend to where other acts were doing that last year as well. Metallica did it for the Black Album reissue, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the band Alabama Shakes. The singer Brittany Howard, she released her first solo record the year before. So last year she did she had a covers album of the same album with other people doing those songs, you know. So in a way, you know, that thing, it became a trend where people were doing it, you know. So in a way, McCartney was still setting trends.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when a 78-year-old guy can start a trend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But
especially if that guy is Paul McCartney.
Right.
I was just going to say, that's the thing. That 78-year-old guy's Paul McCartney. If he farted on a snare drum, it would start a trend of people farting on snare drums.
Well,
snare drums, right.
I mean, it's amazing that he is still relevant, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing a show that had a bunch of different facts about McCartney, but one thing I got to still find out is for Egypt Station, he got, you know, it became number one here in the States, and he was 76 years old. So I'm trying to find out if he is the oldest person to have a number one record, you know, at 76. So I'm not 100% sure if that's
and it's an album that he does by himself, not like a duet thing, like
right, exactly, like Tony Bennett. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought the last person to have one of their solo albums from the Beatles to go number one was Paul McCartney in '89.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was a UK number one. For Flowers in the Dirt. It didn't go number one here.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was really funny because that's the time when he was doing better in the UK than he was here. Like in the 70s, all throughout the 70s, he did 10 times better here than he did in the UK. But then, so even Give My Regards to Broad Street was number one in the UK, and it did lousy here. You know.
Yeah, and one of his biggest singles, Once Upon a Long Ago, they even
was
bothered releasing in America.
Yeah. Only UK, and that was top 10 in the UK. Yeah. Yep. And the Frog Song was a top 10 hit in the UK as well.
Didn't release that here.
Yeah.
It just goes to show like how much the music landscape was changing in America versus England, you know.
Yeah. True. Yeah. I mean,
because I don't think something like Off the Ground, which is an album that I love with all my heart, I don't think it could stand against something like Nevermind by Nirvana.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, he wouldn't have done. I don't think any of those acts were doing nobody was doing, no other act, no other genre. I mean, the alternative killed all those genres, for the most part. I mean, hair metal was non-existent after Nevermind.
Yeah.
All of those bands died.
That was what I've always said.
Nirvana, Pearl Jam, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Smashing Pumpkins, those guys had a 5-year window to where their only other competition was hip hop and rap. Really, there was no other rock. I mean, every once in a while, someone would squeak in, maybe a Clapton or an Elton John, would squeak in, but other than that, all of those, Poison was dead, Motley Crue was dead, all of those, those bands were dead.
I've always said that the grunge movement started with Nirvana and ended with Nirvana. It started when Nevermind hit #1, and it ended when Cobain committed suicide, I think.
For the most part, I mean, it still continued a little bit into '95, but yeah, I mean, there was a really good interview with what's his name from Smashing Pumpkins, the singer
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan. Yeah, he was on the Charlie Rose show, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that guy interviewer. Yeah, he's one of the best interviewers out there, I think, in my opinion. But he was talking to Billy Corgan, and Billy was pretty much saying that they blew it. They had this opportunity to take over the world, and they blew it. Whether it was from suicides or drugs, and stuff like. I mean, Lynn Stanley from Alice in Chains. I mean, he's another one that pretty much, died in that era, not far after Kurt
Cannon Hoon also.
Yeah, and Scott Weiland, from Stone Temple Pilots, even though he ended up doing Velvet Revolver. Was that the name of the band? Yeah, Velvet afterwards.
Revolver,
yeah. But
and then you have Bradley No from Sublime, who was like really starting to pull ska craze, but then when he died, ska just went away. No Doubt just stopped doing ska and just went electronic,
Right. Yeah, I mean, so the guy from what was that? The Butterfly Girl in the video.
Yeah, I was just thinking Blind Melon, the guy from Blind Melon.
Blind Melon.
He did one album and he was gone.
Right. Yeah,
he did a second album without him, but
Right. Yeah, all of these guys, they had a chance. I mean, they had a tight grip. They were in control of the album charts, not necessarily the single charts, but they had a good grip on the album charts, and and they had an opportunity to have a good 20-year window, but then a couple deaths and some singers leave, and then they get new singers. They and they just don't do as well. With the new singers, like, I mean, Stone Temple Pilots continued after Scott Weiland left, and they had no.
Is it just me that can't hear Tim?
No, we can't hear you, Tom.
Or Tom. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I thought it was me because I was having a problem.
No, but yeah, I mean, Rob Zombie had like a few good years. Marilyn Manson had a few good years. What was the other one with the electronic guy?
Prodigy?
No, not Prodigy. Had one album, but
Moby?
No, Trent Reznor.
Oh, Tool.
Nine Inch
Nails. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, they all had a window to where they were just selling millions and millions of records, and and then that just. But then also, again, you gotta blame the label too, because they're recycling all of these people too. There was a great thing on Saturday Night Live when it was David Spade doing, I think, his Hollywood Minute thing, and he goes, Stone Temple Pilots, I loved them better when they were called Pearl Jam. It's just, so you had a lot of, the recycled bands that sounded just like the bands from 3-4 years prior, and it just, again, like everything else, it just gets watered down,
Yeah.
which is a shame. But I mean, all of those acts, like second album, I thought, I love more than their first. Like, I love Alice in Chains' first or second album more than their first. I love Soundgarden's second album more than their first. I love Nirvana's. I mean, never mind. I love, but I think In Utero is just a little bit better. So I mean, all those second albums I think are great, but they weren't able to capitalize on that, and then next thing you know, they're breaking up, Rage Against the Machine, and then even bands like System of a Down, which I don't know if you guys like or not, but 4 albums, and the next thing you know, all they're doing is doing live events here and there. Rage Against the Machine was supposed to have this big reunion tour, but then COVID hit, and now it's been 2 years since.
Yeah, the lead singer for Blind Melon got his start singing back up on the song Don't Cry for Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I remember that he was in the video.
He was in the video, yeah.
Yeah.
And his job was to match Axl note for note.
Right.
To have it sound like 2 people were singing at the same time.
Which is crazy. He just didn't do a backing track on that,
Right.
or whatever, but it, whatever.
The coolest thing, like some of those bands all reunited in my hometown. I live in Indio,
right,
which is where Coachella's at. So,
right,
Rage Against the Machine reunited here, Pixies,
right.
Jane's Addiction,
right. But I was hook, line, and sinker with grunge, But like Walrus right here says, the best thing about grunge is they all supported each other, and it's true.
Yeah,
did.
Most of them were from the same area, and that's why they supported each other. Most of them were from Washington.
Yeah, the Seattle area. Yeah. Even the generation before, Sonic Youth, which is another great band. That's unfortunately not a band anymore.
And there are so many bands that came like before those guys that are from the Washington area that are grunge bands like the Melvins and things like that are great fucking bands, but they just never got the exposure.
No, they didn't, because they were, like you said, a couple years prior, and then before you know it, then 4 years later, grunge is pretty much dead, and then then that whole genre, is done making records, so they weren't able to capitalize on, and if they did put out another album, they didn't get the push, from the studio,
And even Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, like when he did interviews and stuff, he said that there's a great band, the Melvins, that people should listen to, and he tried giving them exposure, and it just didn't happen.
Didn't happen, unfortunately. Yeah, there was a band that I really loved too. They were called Caius, and it was Josh Holmes' first band, I think, and he ended, Queens of the Stone Age ended up coming out of that. But good stuff. Corrosion of Conformity, Helmet, a lot of that stuff, unfortunately did.
That all died out, and then that just made room for
Adult
Alternative, which is basically Hootie and the Blowfish, Matchbox 20, Tonic, and
well, that was the more pop. That was the more commercial successful. They had bigger singles than those.
Your mic went out again, Tom.
Yeah. I was just going to say that Walrus Mudhoney was another good grunge band. They were from the Seattle area also.
Yeah. But I bought all of those albums, I was in it hook, line, and sinker. But then the thing that sucked about it was I overplayed them, and then I kind of got kind of wore out on it,
I was too old for grunge. I didn't.
Right.
I like Nirvana right now more than I've ever liked them in my whole life.
Like Super Unknown, the Soundgarden album.
Yep.
I played that nonstop, and as soon as I heard that album all the way through, and I heard Black Hole Sun come on, I said, "This is going to be a radio on the radio nonstop, and this is going to be probably their biggest hit." And I was right, but if I never hear that song again, I'll be fine because I heard that song, day and night. It was repeated all the time on MTV back when they were still playing videos,
Back in the 70s.
Another good band that came out at that time. It was like a super group before it like split off into two separate groups. Was Temple of the Dog.
Temple of the Dog. Another one's called Mad Season, which was part Alice in Chains and Screaming Trees and Pearl Jam. They only did one album.
Yeah. Yeah, Temple of the Dog did one too. I only did one too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they only did the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about select. I mean, now Pearl Jam, they're still making albums, but they're nowhere near as ballsy, as those first. The first three albums I think are great. The Red Hot Chili Peppers are nowhere near as ballsy as they used to be. Which is a damn shame too,
Yeah, what happened to that? I miss the Red Hot Chili Peppers and their ballsiness, where they'd come out on stage with nothing but socks on their dick.
Yeah, they got older. I mean, they got clean. Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic was, a very ballsy record.
Yeah. I mean, Under the Bridge was one of the greatest. I think one of the greatest songs ever written.
Well, it was a great '90s song, for sure. I mean, that pretty much put them on the map. That made them a household name.
I think there was another song on that album too called "Give It Away" or something like that.
Give It Away and Under the Bridge were the two big, the big tracks off of that record. But there's a lot of great songs on it. It's just not those two. It's just unfortunately, those were the two main tracks.
Now Aerosmith at that time had their most successful album, which was "Get a Grip."
Get a Grip was that 89, 90?
No, that was 92.
92, yeah, and that was. I mean, that
right
had
in the middle of all that.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that was the one of those rare bands that were able to break through during that whole time. Get a Grip was. I mean, they had ended up having like 5-6 singles off of that album.
Yep. Yeah, that was their best-selling album to date by far.
Yeah. What It Takes.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yep. But they were fortunate. One of the members should have died back in the 70s from drug use.
Well,
how should I put this? How one member of that band isn't dead yet is a shock.
It's amazing because they've been around longer than the Ramones, and the Ramones are all dead.
Well, you're all four originals.
Yeah. The original 4 Ramones are all dead, and nobody in Aerosmith has died. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a huge Graham Parsons fan, and he used to hang out with Keith Richards all the time. And I saw an interview with Keith Richards for a biography of Graham Parsons, and he's like, I told him he was doing too many drugs. And my first thought was, if Keith Richards is telling you you're doing too fucking many drugs, you need to stop.
But he's gonna be the one that outlives everyone.
Yeah. I know. I remember there was this magazine that came out called Blender magazine, and what they did was they took different types of rock stars and they calculated like how long are they gonna live and when they're gonna die. And so they did one for Keith Richards. And this magazine came out in 2003, 2004. And they said in the magazine that he should have died back in 1989. How he's still alive today, they do not know. And they calculated the whole thing, like, he did all this drugs, he got divorces, he got this, got that. And it was like, our math is wrong somewhere. He's still alive.
And Motley Crue also. I don't know how a member of that fucking group hasn't died yet.
Nikki Sixx was dead. He flatlined. And they brought him back. David Crosby, how that man is still alive.
And with Nikki Sixx, if you remember the story, like the story of it, he went back in the fucking house and shot up another fucking dose of heroin. He climbed out of the ambulance and went back into the fucking house and shot up more heroin.
Right. That's just crazy. Unbelievable.
And then there's that documentary that came out of Chicago, and I think Leg Lonhan was like, I almost OD'd and died in the hospital. Then when I came out of the hospital, I went and shot some more because I felt invincible.
Right. Yeah, there's a band too. I love the original lineup of Chicago.
Yeah.
Terry Kath. There's not going to be another touchdown.
Yeah, Terry Kath is just an example of what not to do when you're fucking drinking. You don't play with guns.
Right. You don't play with guns. That's a good documentary that his daughter put together. That was a pretty good documentary.
That was what happened to him. He was cleaning his gun, and they told him not to mess with it while he was drinking, and he's like, "Oh, it's not loaded," and put it to his head and pulled the trigger and blew his brains out.
The day before he was supposed to start his solo record.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have heard a solo Terry Kath record.
Because he had a good voice.
He had a great voice. They call him the white Ray Charles. Absolutely. Why can't it be 11 o'clock?
Oh man.
So what you got going on tomorrow or today, Tim?
Well, I got a lot of stuff I need to do, and I just keep putting it off. I just have to just start buckling down. So nothing.
Nothing.
What's another day putting it off, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some great 3-piece bands out there. Cream, Hendrix Experience, Nirvana, Rush. Another great 3-piece. And I know some people would probably put ZZ Top in there, but
Nirvana was a 3-piece, weren't they?
Yeah, well, at first, and then they came a 4-piece later.
Yeah, they hired Pat. What the hell is his name? Pat Smears or Pat Mears? Whatever his name is.
With Foo Fighters now.
Yep.
Foo Fighters were a 3-piece band for a while too.
Well, Dave Grohl did that whole first album.
Yeah.
Himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he said that was what he named the project so it wouldn't get leaked out was Foo Fighters. And then when he started hiring musicians and stuff, he's like, well, I'll just name it the band after it.
Right.
Well, thanks for bringing them up. You just reminded me of a song I need to keep in my head. I've been working on, because of Sneeze Magazine and this thing, I've been working on like a power pop series.
Okay.
This came in the is this power pop magazine, and I'm including a lot of things by bands that aren't power pop, but maybe the song is, or at least it's power pop adjacent. And I think "Big Me" by the Foo Fighters is certainly a power pop adjacent song. Yeah. It may not be power pop, but it's dang close.
Yep. I could go for that.
Was Big Brother and the Holding Company a three-piece band or no?
No,
I
don't
wasn't
think
sure.
so. I don't think so, but I'm not positive. I don't think so.
No. Because then you put Janice in the mix, and then
some of these bands were sort of undefined. So I'm not saying they were, but there are bands in the '60s where it's hard to even count the members because they're in and they're out, and they're I keep pointing to Jefferson Airplane are on the David Frost show in, I don't know, '69, something like that. And who's up there as a member of the Jefferson Airplane with them but Crosby?
He was just probably sitting in for a favor.
Yeah, I don't know, but you just don't know.
There's a documentary, Laurel Canyon, and it discusses how David Crosby went upstage to join Buffalo Springfield, and I guess a couple of the members of the Byrds sort of took it as the wrong way, and I just wanted to go and play music, and they're friends, there was nothing sinister behind my decision.
That was a good documentary too. That was Echoes in the Canyon, was it?
No, it's Laurel Canyon. It came out on Epix, that channel. It was a two episode series, and one episode was all about the '60s, and then the other one was about basically the 4 years of the '70s. The formation of those and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting out to California here pretty soon, and that's one of the places I want to visit is Laurel Canyon.
Cool.
And not like I'm like I get into the Manson case, but that's not why I want to go up there. I want to go up there because of all the music and stuff that was recorded there, like Frank Zappa, Joni Mitchell, all those guys lived up there.
First, the Beach Boys, the Monkees, Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
Wasn't Wilson there? Some of the Wilson brothers?
I think
Brian,
Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis was, yeah.
Dennis too, yeah.
Jim Morrison.
Love was living out there too, and Jim Morrison was out there.
Yeah.
And I think someone said, I don't know, it might have been David Crosby, that we had like a new porch out there, and the person that put together our porch was Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah, back when he was a carpenter.
Yeah.
Before the Star Wars days.
Yeah, I didn't know that, Gumboot. He said that Dennis Wilson lived in Roy Rogers'
old house. Yeah, there was a show with David Duchovny about that. I forgot the name of it now. It only lasted 2 seasons. But it had to deal with the Marilyn Manson family and all that stuff. And they did go to I think it was the first season that they go to Dennis Wilson's house, and I think they did say that it was Roy Rogers' house at first.
See, Charles Manson knew a lot of those guys. He knew Mama Cat. He knew most of those people up there through Dennis Wilson, because they would all come to Dennis Wilson's house.
Right.
And some of the members of the family went to school with members of the Turtles and Love and one other band.
Yeah. Arthur Lee of Love said that one of the weirdest things he ever had happen to him was he went into his house and his roommate was there, and he had a member of the Manson family with him, Susan Atkins, in the shower. Yeah.
And the other one, John Nichols, he said one of his friends that was part of the family was there, and then Sadie came out, and she smelled terrible, and she was sleeping in his room, and his room reeked, and he was like, Oh my God, what is this filthy thing coming out of my room?
Interesting.
Yeah, I just watched a thing where they said that Charles Manson recorded like 300 hours of music at Brian Wilson's house, but they destroyed all the tapes after he shot lots of Papa.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame him for doing that.
No.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think it's a time.
Yeah, I don't have a lot else, I don't think, to talk about at the moment.
Yeah, me neither. I think I'm going to head to bed. I'm getting tired. When I get tired, I get quiet.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, it's like I don't know what to talk about when I get sleepy.
Yeah, no, and I can only talk McCartney for so long.
Yeah. Really? Oh, just kidding.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm the same, and Beatles, and there's other conversations, but you got to think of them.
You're muted again, Tom.
That's hard.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's a sign.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice chat.
I love y'all. Night, night.
There's still 10 people watching this, which is amazing. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'm just shocked that there's 9 now, but all right. Take care, Paulina. Take care, Tom. Nice seeing you. I haven't talked to you in a while, so that's very cool.
It's good to hang out. Yep.
All right, man.
Thank you for having me, and it's great to finally meet you, Tom.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. I loved your collection.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. Let me know when you want to sell some of it.
I want it now. They're going down.
Specifically, that Paul McCartney complete works right behind you. All right, take care.